And hello, Internet! A belated miss to you. Welcome to session number 24. It is finally game time, and we can all blame Greg for being late. I had it in my brain that we were starting at 11, and I slept it to 10. So, heartfelt apologies to my players and anybody who was waiting for the game to start. But we are live now and ready to play. And without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our players so that they can give themselves a bit of an introduction, let us know who they've brought to the table today for the Land Beyond the Mists, and we're going to jump in and play some D&D. In just the order that I have you in the cameras on Discord, Koron, why don't you take us away?
Yeah, hey, I'm Koron. Have been playing around here for a while. Some of you might know me, some of you might not. I'm bringing Talise back to the Mists today, and she is a rogue who has now learned a few little magical tricks up her sleeve, but maybe she's not the absolute best with them.
All right. Well, I am interested to see what kind of tricks you can get up to out in the mist today. As always, it's good to have you. Next up in the camera order, we have John DM. Take it away.
Well, hello there. I'm John DM, a frequent games abuser and also a mad lad. I'm here playing the Milkman, where I'm going to be a Hexblade Warlock, and you all can come hate my guts. Hate me! I need it to live. Thank you, Greg. Back to you.
All right. What an interesting character you are, and I suppose the one you bring to the mist as well. Thank you for coming back and playing with us. Let's bring it over to Sean. Welcome back to the mist. Go ahead and take it away.
Hey, yeah, I'm playing Adelward. He's back once again, the King of Heavy Armor, and he is now officially gold rich after having plundered a pirate's cave, I suppose, and pilfered from them the remnants of their treasury. And as a result, I suppose he's feeling relatively philanthropic now that he's sitting on a big fat pile of gold and is all about, temporarily at least, enforcing law and order on behalf of this town and getting their treaties sorted out. So, right there.
All right. Excellent. I am looking forward to your continued development as a character out in the mist. Sounds great. Last but certainly not least, we have the Broken. Go ahead and give us a little introduction.
Yeah, I'm the Broken, and my character is Garrick, the half-orc barbarian. He is wildly outside of his realm of expertise when it comes to these weird paper libraries and also these sort of spellcasting peoples. So he's sort of like finding himself always sort of gathered in this sort of ritual type stuff, and he's like, I'm just here to fish and maybe have a good time, but it seems like I'm always gathered up amongst these people that are getting themselves in trouble, and myself included, and so yeah, he's just trying to live day to day.
Awesome. Well, good to have a straight man in a party with the strangeness that has been the Talise and Harold pairing. So we look forward to seeing what kind of shenanigans you get up to or are swept up in. For today, we find the four of you in the tavern, as we always do. You have been brought together today by a particular individual. It is Harold, the Herald. He has brought this motley crew together. Please tell us a little bit about how you got this crew of motley adventurers ready to go, and what it is about the Cold Iron's enforcement of an ancient treaty that speaks to you.
Harold is an adventurous young lad. He truly loves going out to see the world, be a intimidating, performative guy, and just collect experiences. And he heard that the Cold Iron Company, who he is soy diving every mission for to covet like a goblin, wanted a group to go into a bog and enforce a boundary. Now, there's a lot of ways you can do that. And Harold is interested in how his party members, specifically the hobbit he keeps locked in a cellar, will deal with this new situation. So at one point, he comes up to the table with, the emaciated hobbit he is keeping prisoner, shows them off, and it gives the mission report to everyone of, we need to go to a bog, get paid, and get money. Who wants to go negotiate? Negotiate with a fae, or several.
All right.
And I opened the floor to my party members.
Right after he finishes speaking, you just hear like a robotic, "We need to go to a bog," appear in the background as I cast minor illusion.
Yes.
Wonderful. What is the shape of the illusion that you create? Is it a parrot?
No, I'm just creating his sound.
Oh, I
Only
see.
like a little bit more robotic-y because I don't do good illusions.
I will hand the half-starved hobbit some bread off of my table. And maybe some of the crumbs that are left over from my food.
Are you trying to poison my hobbit with carbs?
Well, long journey. You want to have your glycerol up, lad.
You need macronutrients. Stat. They're starving. Why would you give them bread?
Carbs are a macronutrient.
That's not what I heard. Okay, I'm trolling it.
Alrighty. So you've been brought together in this strange manner, with promises of riches and negotiations in a bog. The floor is yours. Is there anything that you want to do, take care of here in town, or are you ready to march out on your adventure, leave Rhymeview behind?
Hey guys, I know we're supposed to be leaving here pretty soon, but I need to take care of a few things with the Iron Company. Maybe I can give them some hand-me-downs I've been using since we started these adventures. Is that cool with everybody else?
Yeah, I gotta go talk to a man over there anyway. You can follow me.
I plan on spending the next few hours getting pissed up in the bar, so take as long as you want, mate, and you can settle when you're done.
Do you have like an itinerary where you just like get drunk on it from like 7 p.m. to like 9?
Yeah, you got to be specific with your selection and distribution of time.
Okay.
Yeah, right on. Hey, Edible, let me know if you get poisoned again. I can probably sift you a few pieces of gold. And I give him a wink and then just kind of walk back on to the quartermaster of the Iron Company. I believe his name was in my notes, and they're not in front of me.
Well, yes, I can show you the way to William Grimes, a broad-chested ex-adventurer with glorious mutton chops, who wears a prosthetic leg and oversees the Cold Iron Company's trade store, this large, sprawling store on the edge of the eastern walls of Rhymeview. This is an old garrison for what would have been soldiers that occupied Rhymeview at some point. It has been abandoned and taken over by the Cold Iron Company. As you approach the garrison out in the front, there's always a field of men and women training. You can hear the clash of arms and the shouts of the training regiment. And there are tents and covers keeping the sun and elements away. As you approach the Cold Iron Company, you see William Grimes in deep negotiation with the people there. A few harsh words are exchanged, a bang on the table, and an exchange of coins is made as someone walks away. Proud new owner of a sword, and eventually William Grimes will turn his steely stare to you. Huh? What can I do you for?
Hey, Grimes, how you been? I haven't seen you in a little while. Listen, I got this hand axe here for you. Just a regular old hand axe. I picked it up in my journeys, and I figured, it's sort of wasting its time. And in my possession. I figured I'd give it to one of your new recruits. What do
A
you
hand
say?
axe?
Oh yeah, hand axe.
Just a regular hand axe. Yeah,
Just a regular hand axe.
I guess, no, we're not gonna just hand it to a new recruit. You can sell it back to us, I believe. He looks at his ledger. What is your reputation with the guild?
It's a 10.
All right, that is enough. He says, yes, I've seen that you've done some work here. I could buy it off of you for 5 silver pieces.
That's totally fine with me, Mr. Grimes. And I just plop the hand axe on his table, and then
All right, he hands you 5 silver pieces and then like chucks it behind him in like a pile of stuff. And he like kind of bangs on a table near him and goes, "Oi, get the dwarf, more for the fortune."
thank you kindly, Mr. Grimes. I guess I'll be seeing you later, or maybe I won't. I hear this mission I'm going to is can be pretty pretty wild with these fey creatures.
Yes, you're enforcing some treaties. Give them hell. And don't let the company down. We expect our contractors to live up to our own high standard.
Well, I hope my assets can be available to you all for the next at least coming millennia. Until the death takes me. Take care, Williams.
That is a long servitude, but I guess we'll take it.
Be safe. And I just kind of, walk off then. That's
All right.
it.
Excellent. Your hand axes traded away. 5 silver pieces in your pocket. Are there any other preparations the party would like to make?
Yes. I also go and talk with my good buddy William Grimes.
Yes. Harold. Always a pleasure to see you. You're leading
Hi,
the
Will.
recruits out today.
You know the drill. I got a thing that I kind of want to talk about.
How was that?
Well, I don't know if I properly... Well, I don't know if the work's done on the commission that I gave and never told Greg, the DM, about. And I'm hoping he'll hand wave it so that I can, in theory, get an exotic weapon or armor piece.
Yes, here's the deal. We don't really work on commission. However, we do have our own interesting selection here. Oi! Get that strange wizard with the tattoos out here. Have him mind the shop. And he, like, bids you to follow him inside the garrison.
I do so.
He leads you through some winding halls. You can see some men and women eating at their, like long wooden tables, like a big mess hall. The smell of gruel hits the back of your nose, sharp and astringent. You wind your way down some more corridors, and it is down. He leads you not to the stairs up into the rest of the building, but kind of down a back hall, down a flight of stairs into like the belly of the garrison, and he finds a door that is locked. He spins through some keys and he unlocks a big padlock, swings the door open with a creak, and you can see inside a small armory of exotic items. He says, here's the deal. We don't just give these away to anybody, but those who show us good service, we can definitely part with them for some coins. What are you looking for, my friend? I know you gave us a request, but I didn't really look at it.
I understand. Harold is looking for either a improvement on his armor, because he's just wearing cheap, awful scale mail. At this point, it's just crusted with brine and rust. That or a more imposing melee weapon that he can use instead of just casting Eldritch Blast all the time.
Alright, well, here's the deal. You wear scale mail? We only got one exotic scale in at the moment. It's a popular choice. This is Lesser Dragon Scale, woven by a singer from across the ocean. This is not cheap stuff. I can part with it for 8,000 gold pieces.
Well, I don't have 8,000 gold pieces.
Well, looks like you're not getting lesser dragon scale then.
Apparently not.
What kind of weapon can I do you for? It looks like you're wielding a... Fill in the blank for me.
I've currently got a flail, but I can use any weapon. at all.
Okay. It looks like you're wielding a flail. I don't have a flail. Sorry.
Really?
But I do have a interesting spear that just came in. The spear is worked from the blades of a manticore's tail. They have the very, very sharp quality to them. This here spear is mastercrafted, of course, by some Eladrin that owe us a favor. I can part with this for a mere 500 gold pieces.
Okay. Well, thanks for your time, Grimes. But I don't think anyone in any adventurer has 500 gold pieces on them.
Well, best get to finding some loot then, I would say.
Yeah, I guess so, but it's good to know what you got, though. That's what I like to hear.
Excellent. Excellent. What is your budget exactly?
I have 147 gold after a string of successes and no failures.
Well, my friend, 100 gold pieces. It's going to be hard to get you an exotic piece of equipment.
Yeah, apparently the economy, man.
I can offer you a dagger made from meteorite ore.
You can hold on to it. It's all good.
Excellent. Well then, and he leads you out of the armory, locks the door back up,
Sounds good.
and will lead you back out of the guild hall.
You know, Harold, if you need any help, I can always help you with some gold here and there. But I expect payment back to myself.
I don't talk to you. I move on.
Yeah.
I need my hobbit. We gotta get on a boat. Let's go, team. Has anyone else got things to do in the town?
I think we got to get our rations, don't we, Harold?
Sounds
is
like
part of the
you're
travel phase.
traveling out then, yes?
Unless
Mm-hmm.
Delise has something to do?
I'm good.
All right.
Okay.
Excellent. So, you are tasked with the mission of traveling to Thornrest, which is a city in the southeast of the bay here from Rhymeview. This is Thornrest. It sits on the jungle and the bog. Both together form its territory. It has a long-standing treaty at the edge of the bog and the old forest that allows them the control of this area. However, the orcish tribes of the region that have been bound with the humans of Thornrest, much the same way that the Duskgrin Fae are bound with those of Shallowrest, have tricky relationships with the elves, and particularly the old Fae. And it is these feuds that always require some amount of mediation. And you are tasked with the most recent trouble of it. As we are entering the travel phase, the first thing that I would like from the party is to know what is your destination for this travel phase, and what is the intended route you intend to take to get there?
I think we're taking a boat to Thornrest, and then from there we have to go into a bog.
All right. So are you just heading as straight as the arrow flies, or straight as the arrow flies?
As much as we can.
Trying to get both of these locations on the map at the same time, and it is proving a struggle. There we go. So you are coming from Rhymeview here, all the way to Thornrest here.
Yeah.
All right. let's count some. Let us count some paths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 hexes is what I'm coming up with. Do you have a path that's alternate?
I don't think so.
All right. Excellent. So you will be going straight as the arrow flies. You have already said you want to take a boat, so that is the mode of travel I presume that you are going with. You sailing will cost 25 gold pieces per character, and will have a base speed of 6 hexes per day, as well as grant advantage on all checks while on the guild ship. So,
Okay.
I assume that you have no issues paying the gold. You find yourselves a skipper worthy of his name, seafaring craft large enough to hold you, and you will pay the 25 gold piece price as promised. Excellent. With that taken care of, we need to know who amongst you will be taking on which role. We have a scout, a guide, a lookout, and a provisioner. Who will be taking these roles?
Please is going to be the lookout.
All right, Talese will be our lookout.
Edelwald will be the guide.
Adewald will be the guide.
Seems like I will be the scout then.
Harold will scout, and that leaves Garrick to be our provisioner, yes?
Yep.
Wonderful. We will start our travel phase not in the open ocean, but here in town with our provisioner. I would like for you to tell me how it is that you are going to go about keeping the party's supplies intact and on this mission, as well as how you will be providing the necessary food and water for them. Your options are to pack rat the rations and water that you buy in town on your person or on your pack animals, whichever way works best for you. Your other option is to use your magical benefits, your boons, providence, if you would, to provide using your spell slots, or you can attempt to forage along the mission. How will you be providing these rations?
I don't mind pack riding the rations.
All right, so Garrick, you spend your time going through town, finding the best prices that you can on the hard-tacked meats and breads, the water skins full to bursting, and as you do, the pack rat has the ability to buy travel rations. Travel rations for party members will cost 1 GP. They include 2 pounds of hardtack and dried meats, 1 full water skin weighing 5 pounds, and if you have any pack animals, they will require a travel ration of 5 silver pieces, which include 5 pounds of feed and 1 full water skin weighing 5 pounds for each day of the journey.
We have the. All right. Do we have the days? How long it's going to take? How much gold it's going to be?
Gonna take 3.6, so round up to 4.
So 4 gold.
If you want to do 4 days of rations for 4 party members and no pack animals, that is going to be 4 gold pieces per day of the journey, so it will be 16 gold pieces for exactly 4 days of rations.
I got that, yeah.
Okay. They will weigh 7 pounds each, so 7 by 16. It gives us an interesting number. 70 and 42 is 112.
The rations weigh 7 pounds per ration?
Because you need water, yeah.
2 pounds of meat
right.
and bread, and 5 pounds of water skins. So you have 112 pounds of pack ratting travel rations to take with you. How are you distributing that? Are you bearing it yourself? Are you spreading it out among teammates? How are you pack ratting this?
You're going to spread it out amongst the teammates, right?
Okay.
I can carry probably some of it. probably more than some. So it would be.
The next question I'm going to ask is, does this make anyone encumbered for the travel roll? So I'm going to need you to figure out who is carrying what and whether or not they are encumbered.
So, as a narrative point, more so than a mechanical one, we're going to be on a boat. Is it unreasonable just to put them in the room?
Is there like storage in the boat, or is it like a rowboat? Or
That is fair. The montage usually includes more than just your sailing, but you're sailing from here to Thorn's Rest. I think narratively you can put all of your rations and food just in a pile on the boat somewhere. Absolutely. So we won't have to worry about that. No one is encumbered with their own gear, are they?
No.
All right, perfect. With that, you are ready to depart. Your ocean boat gets themselves ready and begins to sail across the open sea. They nimbly, deftly move between the small islands that kind of branch off Three Sisters Isle and make their way out into the open ocean. As they do, I would like to hear from... I would like to hear from our scout, good old Harold. I had to find who that was. Harold, you are the scout on this mission. Your job is to find the best route between destinations that are largely unknown or change with the weather, sea movement of monsters on a normal journey. However, you're sailing here today, so what I want you to do is to describe to me your efforts to make sure that the party does not lose time or otherwise get lost or stuck, distracted during the mission.
So, like every time Harold has been on a boat, specifically like when the crew, he has to rely on strangers who are not beholden to him. He goes around using fear tactics or tries to get on their good side. And as Harold has become more and more successful through the act of just being physically present and menacing and a little bit crazy, he's going to try to intimidate these stupid crew members, these peasant laborers, these rowers and sailors. He's a cool hero on a quest to a bog. He doesn't have time for their petty politics. He wants them all to know that he's going to be holding them to account if anything goes wrong.
All right, you attempt to intimidate these people, your own massive ego as an adventurer riding high on their shoulders, ready to come down upon them at a moment's notice. To me, this sounds like charisma intimidation. Go ahead and make that a roll for me. You will have advantage based on the fact that you are sailing. And your base DC is going to be 12 for this roll.
Well, I just managed to hit
Excellent!
That.
The crew is cowed by your presence. Fearful of the milkman. They row hard and fast. They take few breaks during their shifts, and the boat flies through the water, never slowing down, and you make yourself sure that you will not lose any time as a party on this mission. Go ahead and take inspiration for your successful scouting.
Thank you. I will.
Yes. The rest of the first day of your journey goes by uneventfully. The ship flies through the water at a breakneck pace, making fast time at the shouts of Harold and the stern looks. The party gets their sea legs for the day. Night comes. The boat weighs anchor for a little while to eat and get everyone a break, but quickly continues through the night, coasting through the water on a skeleton crew. The moonlight reflects off the surfaces. You search hard for any terrifying things, but manage to sleep through the night. The next morning comes, and I would like to hear from our guide, Edelward. Your job as the guide is to make sure that the party is not exhausted by the labors of their journey. This is taking on probably a different role than your normal job out in the mists here on the boat. Describe to me how you avoid and or stave off the labors of the journey for your party.
Well, Greg, speaking of sea legs, it's going to come in handy here. So you'll see that Edelward is wearing these new swanky leather boots, which come up, about halfway up his shin. And as a little bit of preparation for it, he's going to tie a rope around himself and instruct some of the sailors to be ready to pull him back, just in case. Now, when you're on a boat, a lot of the time what can cause exhaustion is going into areas where, all of a sudden you find yourself in a rock formation, or you find yourself in, a bad current or something like that you have to drag yourself away from, or you get stuck in, and it's very, very difficult. So Edelward, using his new swanky leather boots of water walking, will tie this rope around himself and descend into the ocean. And quads pounding to the sound of Queen's Can't Stop Me Now will run a good, 100 feet in front of the boat and to the side of it and whatnot, and will run back and forth or walk back and forth, just making sure that there's not any exhaustive, obstructive problems in front of the boat that's going to cause the party to, have to respond to it in an exhausting
I like it. You use your magic item here well. You tie the rope around yourself, having the sailors ready to pull you in at a moment's notice. You must run across the waves and the choppy seas in search of what might waylay the crew and cause exhaustion amongst your party. I would like for you to make me an acrobatics dexterity check. As the ability to find what you're looking for is easy, negligible, as long as you can stay upright and keep yourself from sinking into the ocean, tipping over on one of these waves, and ending the effect of your magic boots. Your base DC for being the guide is going to be 15, but you will have advantage for your check here.
I've made a mistake.
Oh,
yes.
No mistake scene. Absolutely not. You fly across the water, an old hand at running across the choppy waves. The crew shouts and cheers, seeing a miraculous water walker steering the boat true. Please take inspiration for your guidance of the crew, and no one will be taking undue exhaustion or labor during the journey. Your day continues on quite nicely for a while as the boat makes a kind of roundabout stop at the Shimmer Isles for just a brief moment to unload some of their precious cargo. And then they will begin to take off the other direction as the end of your second day nears. I want to hear from our lookout, Talise. It is a long journey, and your job is to make sure that nobody sneaks up on the party, monstrous, humanoid, or otherwise, with ill intent, to make sure that nothing is going to surprise or otherwise waylay your party out here on the open ocean. Please describe your efforts to be the lookout for your party.
Yeah, so Talise has gotten a lot more comfortable being at sea, not necessarily less cautious, because we've seen some pretty horrifying sea creatures out here. But she's a lot more comfortable just being at sea, and being at sea itself is no longer scary to her. So she's going to take a lot more risks than she used to be, like going out past the railing and trying to scoot around on the outside of the boat and look down around, especially down into the water, since that's where the scariest thing that we've seen has come from. And if she sees anything in the distance, she's going to find whoever has the spyglass on the boat, yoink it for a little bit, and look.
Wonderful. I like it. You scurry around the outside of the boat, trying to keep the best eye out that you can. To me, I think that this is less a feat of acrobatics and more a feat of perception. You're keeping as sharp an eye out as you can. I would like a perception wisdom check for you. As the scout, you will have advantage, but your base DC, or not the scout, the lookout, your base DC will be 12, which you meet with flying colors. Please take inspiration for the sharp eye that you keep out for the party, making sure that they will not be surprised or otherwise waylaid upon the journey without ample time to see it coming. And it is this evening, as the boat is drifting through the waters, a skeleton crew upon it, that your eyes are the sharpest amongst everyone. And it is not the creatures far away that get your notice, but there seems to be ripples that are breaking the waves nearby the boat, almost as if something is swimming underneath it. You scurry around looking for what it might be, and you find 4 creatures on one side of the boat, riding porpoises, green-skinned, webbed, claw-like fingers, humanoid in appearance, and trailing behind them, a great shark, larger than any you have ever seen. And they seem to be swimming right underneath the boat. As you turn to look to the other side and see them come out, you see another set of the same creatures making their way back. It seems that there is double this amount swimming back and forth underneath the boat, almost giving you the same chill down your spine of seeing birds of prey circle in the air above you. What do you do as you notice this?
I mean, Talise is going to sound the alarm. Oi! Something underneath us! Some sort of sharks and creatures leading them?
Oh, fuck.
All right, you shout goes off. The skeleton crew, hearing that, rushes down below decks. They try to hide away from whatever might be ambushing them. John, you wake up, apparently. Oh, fuck on your lips. What does the party do?
We stir to action in good order, because we don't know whether we're about to be sunk or boarded.
All right. The party will make themselves a nice grip of, strength upon the boat, getting your armor on, bearing your weapons. You begin to see these same creatures, and you are not surprised when, after a few more turns of the water, the porpoises leap from the ocean, and you are seeing these large green men of fish-like features, gills on their face, fins on their sides, leaping up with the porpoises, jumping off of them, and landing on the boat, ready to board you. You can see trailing behind them still the great sharks on either side of the boat, circling in. You are prepared, though, and it is time for you all to roll initiative.
Okay. Clicked. Initiative. Oh, we rolled good today.
Good.
Means we're gonna roll bad here in a moment.
Yeah,
I got your bad rolls, don't worry.
Cool.
I've lost my Sahagwin. I don't know where their thing is. I'm gonna have to pull them out of the compendium. All right, here we go. The Sahagween will roll initiative. Oh, it's not in my character sheet. Okay, we're gonna have to just pull one in. Nope, that didn't work. Why don't I have them? There we go. Got it. Sorry about that delay. Initiative.
Excellent.
Nice.
All right. Let us put that in order here. Technical difficulties are the worst. Harold, the Harbinger, it is you who will act first amongst the motley crew here. What is your plan as you are boarded by these creatures?
Quite simply, Harold, the Hexblade Warlock, is gonna do the thing that everyone hates, unless they can see through magical darkness. As he casts magical darkness over himself,
Ooh, all
creating
right.
a 15-foot radial thing, which I can do to save on some time for you.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead and grab that darkness. Yes. I cannot see
minute.
that.
Let me give it a darker color. How about that?
Yeah.
Everyone see the
Is
radius
that an
thing?
aura? I will give it. Everyone should be
There
able
we
to
go.
see it now. All right, beautiful. Magical darkness consumes this area. A pitch black sphere that naught can see through rises around, except for Harold and his devil sight. Is that the end of your turn?
It is not. I then strategically move 15 feet like so.
Oh!
In my party. And by blind, I mean protect them, because they would know, of course, where their immediate surroundings are, right?
You see the dark sphere advance upon you, plunging yourselves into complete and utter darkness. Cries from the fish people around you happen, and yes,
Yeah,
the
that's
darkness
all I got.
is terrible. All right,
It's awful, isn't it, guys? Don't you hate
Adelward,
it?
it is your turn. You've been plunged into complete darkness. What do you do?
I bring out the light of my Balefire mace, and presumably it does nothing, but then I'll take a step back over here, spin around to see this guy, and try and dome him as efficiently as possible.
Absolutely. You step stumbling out of the darkness just to find another fishman near you. You bring up your balefire mace of light with flame, but you miss as the creature is nimble and uses its claws to knock the haft of your axe or of your mace away from it as it strikes into the wood of the ship beneath you.
That's the end of my turn.
All right, excellent.
No, come back.
Talise, it is your turn. Shrouded in complete darkness. What do you do?
Oh god, the darkness, it's coming! It's coming to consume us! I'm going to run up here,
All right.
and yeah, I'm just gonna attack with my 2 daggers.
You attack with your serpent's daggers. The bite of the blade leaps into the skin of the creature, rending blood, a green ichor running
plus-
down the side of it.
Plus sneak attack. Do
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Wow, that is 17 points of damage. The blade does more than rend a little blood. It rips deep into the throat of the creature. It is gurgling and bloody and on death's door, but it does not drop its weapon yet.
as the second blade follows it up.
Oh,
Missing.
but it misses entirely as the creature stumbles back. Your blade runs right through where its head was but just a moment ago, but missing it entirely now.
All right, that's my turn.
Alright. Garrick, it is your turn. What will you do?
Garrick can't see shit. However, he did see this part of the boat, so he's going to move 5 feet here. And does he get hit by this dogweed or whatever?
He is
No,
blind.
the
Okay.
Sahagween are completely blinded by magical darkness. As you stumble out of the darkness, you find one looking at the sphere and then going, ah, and raising its weapon towards you.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna hit him with my special scimitar from the drow. Yeah, and I'm gonna roll reckless. And so.
All right, you pick up this black bladed. Yes, this black-bladed scimitar. As you swing it, it feels perfect. It feels right as you slash into the creature. Roll me a Constitution saving throw as you feel searing pain run through your hands and arms as you wield this blade. That is unsuccessful. The blade deals its normal damage, critically striking the Sahagween in front of you for 9 points of damage. It drinks in its blood, but you feel necrotic energy run through your hand. Your fingers grasp tightly upon the scimitar, unable to let it go. And you take, for me...
Oh, I raised, by the way. Sorry.
Absolutely. Angrily, you grab the blade even harder. You take for me 10 points of necrotic damage on the swing.
So I think I rolled a 9. So 7 for the base, and then 1 for the crit, and then one for the savage attack.
Yes, the 9 points of damage are on the Sahagween. It is slashed, it is hurting, but you feel this necrotic, like, tingle through your arms, sapping your own strength as you take 10 points of the damage.
Plus 2 from rage, so 11.
Oh,
Yeah.
plus 2 from rage is 11.
Okay.
Perfect. Right.
Yeah.
All right.
don't think
With
what
the
do you
plus 2 from rage, you manage to bloody this creature in front of you.
Ooh. Oh boy.
All right. With
All I
that,
do.
the Sahagween will go. This bloodied and damaged Sahagween on its last legs fails its save, disengages, and jumps back into the water, swimming fast as it can down into the depths below and disappearing itself from the battle. The Sahagween on the other side of the boat here, though, is not as inclined to run away. In fact, it is here to attack. And it is going to rush forward, the spear gripped in 2 hands as it will attempt to stab at one of the 2 of you. It is going to choose Talise as it rushes forward. The Sahagween strikes with its spear. First with a 15. Will that hit you?
Miss.
Oh, you nimbly dodge aside, its poke bouncing off the armor of Edelward behind you. And then it reaches back and swings forward again, trying to skewer you like a nice barbacoa. With a 21.
That'll do.
Excellent! This time, finding purchase, the spear sinks deep into your flesh, giving you 7 points of piercing damage. These ones here are in the darkness, and they're going to try to get out of it. This guy goes 1, 2, 3, 4. He moves this way until he bumps into the edge of the boat and his friend, and loses his turn. This guy gets bumped by his friend, so he goes not here. 1, 2, 3. He goes here, and he is out of the darkness. He moved 15 feet. He looks to the player over here and goes, "Why can't I move farther? Damn it!" And that's the end of his turn. This one here is going to go 1, 2. He's gonna stop here as he bumps into something. Wah! And he swings wildly in the darkness at disadvantage towards you. Where is my Sahagween? There it is. The spear gripped tightly in 2 hands, swinging wildly with an 11. Will that hit you, John?
Nope.
No. He swings a second time. With a 7, just flailing in the darkness. You feel sorry for this poor loser
Yeah.
who can't
Poor
see
guy.
you, but he knows you're there. This one here is going to go 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He jumps into the ocean. Oh! And then he begins to swim back towards the shark. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. The last 2 to go are down here. This one is bloodied and much hardier stuff made from. As he will swing his blade at good old Garrick. Garrick, you will see a blood frenzy in his eyes as he sees your wounds like split and blood begin to ooze out. You have less than your max hit points, and he gains advantage on his attacks to hit you. That is a 22. Will that hit you, Garrick?
Yes.
Excellent. He stabs viciously for 5 points of damage, drawing more blood, feeding his frenzy. He screeches, ah, and stabs again. This time
You still get advantage.
with a 16. Will that hit you?
Yes, it does.
It does indeed. He stabs again. Please take 9 points of piercing damage from that one. The final Sahagwin to go back here stands in place with a conch that he wears around his neck, and he blows into it. As he does, this shark here will race forward and ram the boat. It shakes and twirls, and I need every one of you to give me dexterity saving throws. Oh my goodness! Garrick, excellent.
Whoops. Sorry, I thought I clicked it.
Yes, I'm trap or a spell, so I don't get advantage.
Ooh, Talese, Edelward, and Harold. You steel yourselves. The boat sways and rocks and kicks, but you do not fall. Garrick, you do fall. Roll me a d8 to see what direction you fall in. Directly north of you will be 1, and we will go clockwise. 6.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
bugger.
Garrick, you are pitched from the boat and fall splashing into the waters below you.
Man overboard, I shout.
Harold, the initiative is yours. What do you do?
I move over here to blind everybody except for this guy and the one the hooves that are fighting.
Okay.
And I'm going to Hexblade's Curse, our horn boy, our conch shell man.
Our conch shell man, absolutely.
Yeah. John will add.
He is cursed. Oh,
Cool. Alright, and then I'm going to flail him at advantage because he is blind for 17.
17 will hit. Your flail cracks into fleshy fish paste for 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Indeed. And that is my turn.
All right, excellent. Edelward, the one that was fighting you, has jumped into the ocean and swam away. Another skewers your friend beside you. What do you do?
Do I still have the rope tied around my midsection from whence I
Probably
was
not.
gliding?
You weren't out actively, like, doing
Fair
your
enough.
water walk when this started.
Are there any ropes in my immediate vicinity that I might be able to grab?
Sure, yeah, I mean, we're on a ship, right? We're a sailing ship, there's ropes everywhere, right? That's all I know about ships.
Okay, so picking up a rope, I will then move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I will attempt to throw it down to Garrick to see if he can grab a hold of it and see if I can yank him up.
Very good. I like it. You toss a rope down to Garrick. You find free rope, and that is easy enough to do. Yeah, that is your turn, but it is a smart one for sure. Talise, you are alone now, braced against this Sahagween trying to skewer you. What do you do?
I don't like being alone here. It's not a good time. I will use my bonus action to ignite my blades. So I will.
Your
extra
blades
fire damage.
alight, extending in flames like a head of a serpent, ready to bite out and lash at your enemies.
And I will make an attack at this guy adjacent to me with main hand.
The 19 hits. Your first flame serpent bites true for 10 points of damage against him.
Yeah, and that's. I guess I'll. No, I'll just stay where I'm at.
Okay. Very good. Garrick, you are in the water, splashing around in the ocean, and a rope is thrown towards you. Oh, what do you do?
I'm going to drop my shield and try and grab the rope.
All right. You try to drop your shield off your hand, quickly, like, lash at the bindings until they're gone, and you grab at the rope. You attempting to climb up out of the water? Yes, all right. Give for me an athletic strength check to climb on out. You will have advantage thanks to the help of Edelward and his rope. 25, easy peasy. The barbarian scrambles up out of the water, hand over hand on this rope, walking up the side of the boat, and you will find yourself back up top. We're gonna say Edelward was homie and got you. Oh, okay, orb right there. Yep, that's two. You find yourself in the darkness. The Sahagween will go.
I don't look like I'm in darkness. The darkness
If you
is
touch the aura of the circle, you are in darkness.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yep. The Sahagween will go. Let's do the easy ones first. This dude here is going to continue attempting to skewer good old Corin. He will attack, blood frenzy in his eyes as he stabs at you with a 20. Will that hit?
As the spear comes out, a sort of blocky shield comes out. It's like, it's supposed to be round when it's normally cast, but it's like little squares when I cast it.
It's the Minecraft shield spell.
Exactly.
Yes. Your magic props itself up, deflecting the shield away from you, or the spear away from you, saving yourself the damage. The creature roars in disapproval. Ah! And then it will attempt to strike at you once again. Its blood rage truly at peak annoyance, having missed. Oh, but once again, your magic shield just deflects the blow away, and the creature is upsetty spaghetti. This one here is not in the darkness, and he only has one target, really, that he can see. So he is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and he is going to start stabbing good old Talise as well. He sees your blood, he smells it, he goes into a rage, and he begins stabbing. With a 16, he can't penetrate your magic shield, and he swings again, getting even madder until he crits! The creature deals 13 points of damage to you as it rages even more at the sight of more blood. Alright, now we have the 4 in darkness. This guy here is going to try to get out of the darkness. And he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he bumps into you. Knowing there's something there, he swings wildly and blindly into the night. That is a 10, wildly missing, swinging like in the wrong square entirely. He will swing again with a 17. Maybe he gets close to you. There's a moment where you think it might touch armor, but he misses entirely. The cursed one. is gonna try to go this direction. He does so until he falls in the water. Sploosh! Cursed and unsure what to do. Does the shark eat him? Shark does not eat
Roll
him.
for. Oh.
And yeah, that's what he does. He is swimming in the ocean, very confused, and still blinded, by the way. This guy here is going to go... Oh, you can see in the dark. Would you like to make an attack of opportunity?
I would love to make an attack of opportunity.
Yes. I always forget who can see.
Yes.
The 16 will hit for 11 bludgeoning damage, enough to bloody him and bring him to death's door, but not enough to kill him.
Now that he's bloody, does the shark
does
attack?
make the shark more hungry. No, the shark is still a homie, apparently.
Yeah.
The shark is hungry for wood.
Oh yeah, Greg?
You know, I'm sticking with that phrasing. I'm sticking with it.
Hungry for wood. You heard it here first.
We're all sailors here. It's okay.
No corrections needed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He goes this way. He bumps into somebody. He starts swinging wildly. Ah! At disadvantage, he has no idea what's there. That's a 10 that won't hit his buddy. He swings again. An 8, he won't hit anything. His buddy has been bumped into. His buddy is stupid. He thinks that there's somebody to hit there. He is going to swing at disadvantage. With a 19! He is going to deal 4 points of piercing damage to this man's. Alright, and then he's gonna swing again. This combat track.
Oh my god.
Slightly too aggressive.
Just crit at disadvantage. Don't worry about it.
No big deal.
He just crit at disadvantage? Oh my god, he did! We have the Chad. That is 8 and 5 is 13. He bloodies his friend. Alright, and that leaves just this guy out here. He swims up onto the shark's back. He puts a conch to his lips and blows, and the shark jumps, flying by, swimming up and flying over the top of the ship. And as he does, he airmails. Oh god. He airmails the Sahagween down into the ship itself. And then it is gonna bank back around out here somewhere. Harold, it is your turn. What do you do?
I see the guy crit his friend. I'm like, holy shit. And I am going to do a sneaky one and hit his friend who just got crit.
All right.
And give him a good bopping when he's not paying attention to me.
All right.
Bop!
That 21 will hit.
Bop! Oh, there.
13 bludgeoning damage. That is enough to send him to the grave. He flops down in the darkness. A dull thud is all that anyone else knows of this goings on. But he lies dead, as you can see.
And then I see Talise needs some help, but I'm not sure how I can help her, except for... I've moved 5, 10, 15, 25... 30. There we go.
And you cast everyone into magical darkness.
I'm just this Roomba of annoyance to my party members, more so than
Adelard, it is your turn.
Okay.
Hey, look, there's a guy behind you, Adelard.
Yeah. I was gonna go help out the Hobbit, but I can't see them now, so never
Good.
mind that.
I'm helping him.
I will just move over here and try and like smash this guy in the back of the head, hopefully.
Absolutely, please do. The 18 will hit.
Okay.
For 5 points of bludgeoning damage and 4 fire. That is enough as your mace burns into his flesh. It sears its mark as it drops dead next to his friend.
I'm then going to move like the central part of the boat, so if it rocks, I don't just fly off the side.
All right. Wonderful. Talise, it is your turn. You're surrounded by magical darkness and enemies. What do?
I'm gonna roll a d8.
Okay. That's a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, you bump immediately into somebody right next to you. Just oh god! Oh.
Oh, I was stabbing that direction already. Let's see about some disadvantage stab.
All right. That's a 13. That 13 will hit. Your serpent strikes true, snapping for 10 points of damage at this man, which is not only enough to bloody him, but enough to bring him to death's door. Not that you can tell.
And I've got a second dagger coming at him.
The 12 will also hit. Go ahead and roll me damage. 4 and 3. That is enough. Your dagger snacks out in the darkness. It rends flesh, and you just hear a dull from nearby you.
And I will run out of the darkness. I hate this darkness.
Excellent. Garrick, it is your turn. You have been rescued from the sea, and now 2 of these creatures lie dead next to you. What do?
I'm going to move 5 feet here, and I'm going to. I didn't see the Sahagween in there, so I am completely blind. I'm going to just move 5 feet over, and then.
Do you attack the darkness?
I don't know if can I. I mean, I guess I could attack the dark.
It's a reference. Oh god,
Yeah,
I'm old,
yeah.
I guess. All right.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Someone
I get
in
it,
chat,
yeah.
tell me, do you get the reference?
Catch massive missile of the darkness.
I was typing it.
If I reckless the darkness, I just get, would that just be a normal attack? Or would it always be disadvantage?
I would give you advantage if you could see it and you had disadvantage for some other reason, but I don't think you're gonna get advantage for recklessly attacking what you can't see.
In that case, I'm just going to move over to this. Is this on the boat? This?
No, he has fallen into the water. He is like a whole square into the water. We can like show it like this.
I'm going to. Yeah, I'm just going to ready my action and just wait until something pops up in my view, I guess. And then I hit it.
Excellent.
And that's it.
The Sahagween will go. We have no easy Sahagween this turn, so that's a thing. We'll start with the ones in the darkness. What does this buddy do? This buddy here is going to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. He bumps into his buddy. Oh my god. All right, let's make some wild attacks here. He bumps into his buddy and starts swinging, totally missing everything, blind as he can be. He swings a second time, like pegs the boat with his spear, and it thwaps him in the face. He takes 1 point of temporary damage for being a dunce. The guy he was swinging at is going to go. Where'd my dice go?
There's a guy directly behind him.
1, 2. He goes bump. He bumps into you, and he goes "Ah!" and starts attacking at disadvantage.
Send them both at me, Greg. Just knock me out.
That's a 5. He misses everything around you. Everything he could hit except you. And a 4. He also thumps the boat and takes a point of duncery damage. This guy here is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and he falls off the boat. Into the water he goes. And And that is all of their turns. Then we have the cursed, bloodied guy in the water. He's bloodied and next to a shark that he may or may not be able to control. He is made of stern stuff, though. He raises the conch to his lips. The shark underneath him is going to jump over the boat. Would you like to make an attack of opportunity at the leaping shark?
Can I hit the shark? Yes. Is that what I hit the shark?
Please
Both of
do.
us?
I'll roll and hit the shark. My dog's going a little crazy. I mute myself.
Uh, 23. That will hit.
That's a scimitar.
Yeah, both of those will hit. Okay, Garrick. The
Nice,
scimitar burns into your flesh as you are cursed by it. You roll 12 points of damage against the giant shark. But you will also take necrotic damage from the scimitar.
Yeah, I'm also raging.
Yes. The dice are rolling. Please take 9 points of necrotic damage. The shark will take 12, 18, 22 points of damage. It is bloodied in the water, and instead of sticking around, it is out of here. It doesn't want to get damaged. That wasn't part of the deal. But he does airlift this dude up onto the boat, ready to act. Harold, it is your turn. What do you do?
Okay. I'm going to trust my team that they can handle themselves. No, he's on the south bit. All right, this may be cheeky, but I'm going to move. I'm gonna move 10 feet like so. I say, Talise, remember its position. I'm gonna move 10 feet back. You dumbass! Shamus, I'm gonna flail this dunce. That's a crit.
You crit the guy. For
Slap him for
12 points of bludgeoning damage. This guy had just fallen off the boat naturally, so he takes 12.
Oof.
All right.
And I'm chilling. That's all I'm doing.
He is bloodied by your attack, however. Okay, with that comedy scene finished up, Adelward, it is your turn. After briefly having flashed into the darkness, you're once again back. The strobing effect might be mind-altering, who knows, but it is your turn. What do you do?
Ignoring the chants coming from the smoke monster to myself, Adelward's gonna spin his ace in his wrist and try and plant it straight into this fella's stomach.
Excellent.
With an 11, which is probably gonna miss.
An 11 does miss, yes.
Yeah, I'll action surge. Go on then.
Okay. Your action surge.
Which is going to do 9 points of damage.
Yes, it will, and it will slay this beast. He falls dead on the ground. Blah. Excelente. Alrighty, that brings us to Talise. What do you do?
I'm not going back in that darkness unless I have to. So I'm just gonna... I remember where the thing was. I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna drop my daggers, pull out my short bow, and I'm gonna fire it at where I saw it very briefly.
Alright.
My light crossbow. So, disadvantage.
You're gonna shoot me. I'm directly in the line.
That is a 27, but it is an 18. An 18 hits. That is 11 points of damage. All right, the freshman gets 11 points of damage. All right.
All right. Yep. I think I'm fine with that.
Garrick, it is your turn. A wall of impenetrable darkness is between you and whatever else.
Yep.
What do you do?
I'm going to. I'm waiting for another shark to just hop over the ship. I'm like, oh, hold on, Adelward, I got this, and I'll just ready my action.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like it. I like
Hit
it.
this shark.
The Sahagween will go. This one here is going to start climbing the ship this turn. It will end its turn here, after expending all of its movement. This guy here is in the darkness. He can't see. He's tired of trying to get out. He's the conch bearer. He raises the conch to his lips. And he blows a different tune. Wah! The shark begins to advance. And we're gonna roll a dice. Is it Oron? Is it Garrett? Ow! It is Garrett. The shark races through, and it leaps out in a flyby, this time much lower, and attempts to take a big ass bite out of you. Nom. You readied your attack. Feel free to roll to hit here. That is a 13. Go ahead and take for me some more damage from the... yes, that is 10 points of necrotic damage from the blade. The 13 will hit the shark. Go ahead and roll me damage against it. That is 11 points of damage against the shark. The shark will attempt to make an attack against you.
14's AC.
Beautiful. It matches your AC. Please take for me. $11 points of damage as the jaws rend into you. As you take that damage, please make me a DC 12 Constitution saving throw. You are grabbed in the jaws of the beast, and you and it are dragged through the boat and into the ocean
Jesus.
below. Harold,
Just to clarify, I can't drop the scimitar. It's cursed in my hand.
it is
right?
cursed. You feel
Yeah,
your
that's what I
hand
thought.
gripping
Yeah,
it
that's
tightly,
right.
trying desperately to release it. Gives you
Yeah, that's why I
nothing.
can't. Yeah, that's why I didn't drop it. Yeah.
Yeah. Harold, you have seen the conch blower drag your friend back into the ocean. What do you do?
Should I end the darkness spell? I don't know if I'm just trolling at this point or not. But I really don't want to. Okay. 15.
We have no idea how effective it is. So if Harold thinks it's working, right?
I move like so. I want to shoot the shark with an eldritch blast to get him to let go of my friend.
Absolutely. Please. Make me an Eldritch Blast roll to hit.
I would love to.
23 will hit. Give me damage. 11 more points of damage to the shark. The shark has reached the threshold of, fuck this, I'm out. He spits out your friend. Blah! Blood soaking in the water, and he just deuces out.
All right, and then I end the darkness spell.
All right, you end.
I shout at the fishman, I am the one who brings the darkness, come fight me! Fight me!
Aylward, it is your turn. Having seen all of this go down, what do you do?
I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into here to stop him running towards me hobbit friend. And I'm gonna hit this bloodied guy, hopefully quite hard in the schnoz.
I like it.
For a 16.
That
which is a
hits.
hit. For 10 points.
For
of damage.
10 points of damage, which is more than enough to bring this man down, he dies.
And that's my turn. Yeah.
Beautiful. Only 2 creatures remain. Talise, what do you do?
Lise just like suddenly realizes she made like a grave error in the last 6 seconds, and she dropped burning daggers on the boat. And she's just drops her crossbow and just like scoops up both the daggers with her object interaction and her action this turn. Ugh.
I I love the panic of
That's
that
my
moment. Like, oh shit!
Wait, fuck.
Wonderful. Garrick, you are in the water. You've been spit out by the shark, but the ocean waves crash around you. You are briefly underwater. What do you do?
That rope still isn't hanging over the boat, the ship, right?
If it is, nobody like stayed with it to hold it, so it would have been washed away.
I'm gonna try and get up one-handed on the boat, just finding a wooden material or something to try and just get myself up on the. I'm sure it's moving in one direction, so if it moves
All
enough,
right, you attempt to swim through the water. I have to ask, what kind of armor are you wearing?
Nothing. Go on,
Beautiful. You swim unimpeded 5 feet through the currents and try to climb the side of the boat one-handed. I need an athletics strength check at disadvantage for your cursed sword arm.
I'm gonna say I'm raging, but damn, I hate the sword. Okay, all right. 14.
14. That is going to be enough. You drag yourself up with the rest of your turn and find yourself back on the top of the boat's decks.
Am I here?
I saved you.
Let's put you here. Yeah.
Okay.
The remaining Sahaguin go. This guy here. There's a fresh guy here, but there's a bloody guy here. And he can see them. He's gonna go ahead and just take the attack of opportunity to go get some more blood on. It's blood time. That
is
hits.
that enough?
Yep, that is enough for 12 points of damage, which is enough to kill him. He comes running up towards you, Talise, the large spear over his head, and he just topples into the ground, dead in front of you. My collapsing microphone demonstrating the noise of it. Apologies,
It's the
chat.
thunder of the gods. Just
Yes,
bang,
the thunder of the
great might.
gods. This last one here is the last dude left. He is completely unharmed because he just comedically fell in the ocean twice.
I know
Dude's
how you
out.
do it.
Dude is like, nope, not worth it. Gonna disengage, jump in the water, and swim deep beneath the ocean's edge.
A respectable maneuver.
The boat falls silent. The evening waters lap against the splintered side of your boat, and you no longer face any threat this evening. What do you do?
Can I
We
go in
loot the
water and grab
bodies.
my shield?
You may loot the bodies. As you loot them, you'll find they have spears and basic scale armor. It's scales of their fish people, right, that are woven together after they've been shed and hardened. They carry on them not coins, but precious ocean stones. Coral and other plant life that has been hardened and shaped and polished, as well as actual stones from the ocean floor. In total, their value comes to 41 gold pieces.
Nice. We almost paid for half our boat ride with this encounter.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I rush up to one of the bodies of the Sahuagin, and I look towards the most important thing. One of my babies stuck in it. Is it still good?
It is still good. Yep.
Thank God. You're okay. As I tuck it back into my crossbow bolt case.
I have a unusual sense of priorities for someone who's been stabbed twice in the chest, but respect it still.
Was I able to get my shield out of the water?
Oh, that's a good question. You dropped it into the ocean.
Does it float?
Yes. The waves brought
Yeah.
it close enough to the ship that you can fish it out, especially with
Yeah.
the water-walking boots of one Edelward.
Yeah. I'll grab my shield.
Um,
It probably looks weird because I have that scimitar in my hand the whole time trying to fish out my shield.
yes. So, a further investigation of the bodies will also reveal 3 of like red, I would almost say vials, but they're made of like almost like a plastic like plant from the ocean that have been twined at the edges, and there is a viscous red liquid inside of it.
I look to my brilliant hobbit who is part wizard, right?
Yes, very brilliant.
Anybody know what this is?
Doesn't look like blood. As I pull out my vial of blood from the scholar to compare.
You kept that? Oh, crap. That was a month ago. Oh. I look at Garrick, who looks a little injured. Want to drink this? See what it is?
I guess so, but I don't know if I want to drink it. But I guess I'll take one for the team.
Nice.
I'll drink one of the red pie.
All right, you take one of these vials, and as you like go to untwist it and like drink from one end of this plant-like container, the whole plant twists together, and the solution is diffused through what seem to be narrow pores in the wrapping, causing a red mist to spray in your face. As you inhale it, your eyes go bloodshot. You feel a familiar rage rushing through your body, although it is different than the one that you utilize. You feel a blood frenzy. You can smell the blood on your allies and the dead bodies. You feel empowered and invigorated and stressed out all at the same time.
And I just start like holding my head like, I don't know what I'm feeling. This is some wild shit. What the fuck? And I take I still have my sword out, and I'm gonna start hacking at one of the bodies, one of the Sahagwin.
Yes.
Dead Sahagwin.
Oh God, he's tweaking. We gotta get a doctor. Okay.
Wait, these are drugs? I need some.
Yeah. So how
Quickly,
many
spray this in
flasks-
your eyes. That's how it's consumed.
How many bong rips of meth have we got?
Now you have 2 left.
Blood meth? Is that what we're calling this? I don't know if that's a way to call it, John. Oh, okay.
So, with the threat averted, you continue your journey, yes?
Can we take a short rest?
Probably.
Yes, you may. Your night will end here as well, going into your 3rd day of travel amongst the waters of the coast. So you may take the benefits of a night's rest in the mist as well. Yes, Sean.
Can I just take a minute to go to the toilet real quick?
Yeah, we can do that. Actually, we are right at like a 2-hour minute, so why don't we just take our break here, and then we'll come back on the other side and continue, yeah? Okay,
Good.
awesome. I will see everybody soon. Have a good break.
Bye.
And welcome back to Land Beyond the Mist. I believe this is session 24, everyone. Just before the break, we had fought some Sahagween on our boat. And after a night's rest, the party was just about to continue on their travel to the city of Thornrest in the southeast corner of the Shrouded Coast. As you continue through the rest of your journey, the journey is fairly uneventful beyond the attack in the night. You travel through another day's worth of like coastal waters sticking near the sides of the within like sight, at least with a telescopic device, of the coastlands. You can see the dark forests of the like Cragmorn hold, blackened and just looking very different from your average forest as you pass by it. You also begin to see that blend into the coming jungle, and you know you are approaching Thornrest. On your 4th day of travel, you will reach Thornrest just after noon, into the like early afternoon of the day. Thornrest itself is nestled into the like jungle itself. It seems that almost trees and vines and ferns are incorporated into the designs of the like low, flat buildings. Other than a single, almost like minaret-like tower that stands above everything else of Thornrest, this walled city, you can see from the boat, has just simple, like single flat buildings, and is awash in what can only be described as farmers and hunters and gatherers making their way in and out of the jungle and the bog. The city itself, while once glorious and once powerful, is known in the area to be struggling politically. Its power, while able to maintain their independence, can do little else of influence. And you can see the combination of Imperium citizens and Orcish tribe members like doing their best to thrive together here in this city. Their alliance keeping their independence allowed. So, I turn it over to you. Your journey here has come to an end. Battered and bruised a little bit along the way, you have now reached your destination. Our travel phase kind of montage will come to an end, and I turn it over to the party. What is your next steps here as you enter into the city?
Harold, may I ask, this didn't come up when we were drinking back in the tavern, what is the exact nature of the violations of the treaty that is been going down as of late that the Cold Iron Company wants us to respond to?
Well, we gotta go to City Hall and talk to the honchos in charge to find out.
Yeah, fair play, fair play.
Okay. I slap him on the back. Good job slapping fish people. That was pretty impressive. Good job.
Oh, yeah. You too. I like the trick with the smoke. Good.
Yeah. Smoke. Not dehydrated milk. I say as I leave quickly, scooting off.
Right.
My goal as Herald the Herald is to find either a city hall or a chieftain or a magistrate of the empire and go and tell them that we, bold adventurers from the Cold Iron Company, are the solutions to all their Fey problems in Bogland.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Garrick's also going to talk to some of the local orcs around here, see how they're feeling about the Fae and stuff. Just kind of getting the general consensus.
Yeah, absolutely. You can wander through town and try to get an idea of the local consensus about Fae, as Harold is searching for the kind of magistrate. Harold, you're getting told as everywhere you go to just head towards the minaret at the center of town, which seems fairly self-evident, but doesn't hurt to double check. And as you're making your way there, I would love for Garrick to give me just a charisma, persuasion, or intimidation, or however it is you're coming about getting this information.
Yeah, just having just a general chat with the populace, see how they feel about the Fae, and how's life. Oh boy, here we
give
go.
me a charisma persuasion check here. DC
Yeah,
12.
I got. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Wait in. I got this. -1.
All right. So as you talk amongst the orcs here, they are of a different kind of tribe in here. They have long-standing history with Thornrest, and they are not as keen to open up to other outsiders as much as you were expecting. What you generally get is the old Fae are thieves and assassins and just, awful people that only wish us harm. They're always stealing from us. Like, it is very anti-Fae. You feel like the information you're getting here is just very negative against any and all Fae creatures.
All right, thanks.
All right. Eventually, Harold, you will make it to the minaret, and having asked for an audience with the local councilman, you were told to wait essentially for the opportunity to bring them together. They are out on business at the moment, and you are asked to just kind of kick rocks and wait around town until they come back. After you wait, you will get to speak with them. But is there anything in town or that any of you would like to do in this interim period?
Finally have enough time to challenge party members to a game of Liar's Dice. People kicking rocks. I've been carrying these dice around since day one. It's never happened. So who wants to take me on?
Excellent.
Garrick, listening to AOL's, suggestion on, let's play some game of Liar's Dice. I'll give him a, finger it away, and I'm going to go buy a mule if they have one that's available around here in this area.
You're trying to. I'm sorry, my brain melted halfway through that. What are you trying to search for in the area? I'm so sorry.
I'm looking for someone who's selling a mule, pack animals.
A pack animal, yes. Yeah. Okay, pack animal makes sense in my brain. You search around, and sure enough, you can find pack animals here. There isn't a vibrant market like you have seen in other cities. You kind of have to barter with individual people. But you will find a farmer or a gatherer who has come in with a couple of mules, and while they are his personal property, you can exchange with them. They are going to ask for helpful tools or items at first, but realizing you're from out of town and you don't really have what they're looking for, they will agree to take book price for the mule.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Garrick isn't much of a people person. Doesn't speak them very well, so he'll just give them what gold they're worth for the mule.
Alrighty. Do you want me to look that up for you?
I think it's 30 gold, but I might be wrong.
Okay. I will double check. Anything that anyone else wants to do other than play Liar's Dice and buy a mule?
8 gold for a mule.
I'm just going to look for some place to spend a lot of money buying nice food and drink.
Okay. You're going to have a hard time doing that. A lot of the food and drink here is fairly, simple, mundane, even. There are very few taverns, even around, the port. The taverns that they do have are, simple beers, simple, fish stews, simple frog legs. Not a lot of variety to the menus here. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. DC 15.
Okay. Probably unlikely.
Yeah, despite your best efforts, you find nothing more than what I just described. By the way, not Butcher, Garrick, it is 8 gold pieces for your mule.
I was very wrong. Yep, thank you.
I'd probably then overspend for some food and drink in some mediocre tavern.
Sure.
I'll mark off a few gold for that.
Okay. All right. With your time spent, a few hours pass, and you are summoned into the minaret, where you will meet 3 individuals. There are 2 orc women, both imposing and tall. over 7 feet tall, each with large tusks that are gleaming and polished, and they are dressed for their position of power. And in the center of them is a human man, dressed in kind of what must be ceremonial, like lordly robes. They seem ill-fitting and almost foppish on him, but he has attempted to dress for the part. They sit at the kind of like long table in the back of the room, while you are kind of ushered into a little podium for your meeting. And the like man kind of waves his arm robe flopping around on the table, says, welcome to Thornrest. I am Lord Theroden. It is pleasure to have visitors search us out. What can the council do for you today?
I greet you on behalf of the Cold Iron Company. I, along with my squadron, have come in search of Fae to... Well, I guess I need to ask you what you want with the Fae.
He goes to speak, and one of the orc women next to him is like, kill them! They're threatening our borders! Taking our lands! They must be taught a lesson!
Okay.
Theroden's like, well, I thank you for coming to us. Usually the members of the Cold Iron Company stick with the guild hall in town. However, perhaps what our good friend the Bone Sucker is trying to say is that it is not a funny name, sir. It is not a funny name. You will offend, and you do not want your bones sucked.
No,
Okay.
I swear, I ran into a shark that just wanted to eat wood, so...
You're finding a lot of woodsuckers and bone suckers around here.
Please, continue.
I thought I was trying to find like a gruesome name, right? Like she breaks your
Bone sucker is why you went away.
Okay, well,
Alright, I'm
that's
focusing up. I swear.
that's problem aside. You could negotiate with them, remind them of our treaty that goes to the edge of the bog, the joint, union of the old Feywood, and the bogs of Thornrest. They seem to have set up a small fort there and are threatening people. They're making clear advances into the sovereign nation of Thornrest, and they must be put straight. In the past, they have been dealt with violently, but perhaps we could do something else. And the other woman next to him is like, no! Off with their heads, I say!
They have a history of being receptive to negotiation, or?
No, of course not! Bloody Fae! Think they own everything! You gotta teach them right! The only way that works! Violence! Well,
Violence is a universal language.
that may be true. I think... I mean, honestly, if you kill them all, it probably will send the message. I just, I think that maybe we might have been doing things too aggressively in the past. But my fellow ladies of the council are more experienced than I in the dealings with the Fae. I can say that.
Garrick's going to speak in Orcish, and he's going to look toward the ladies, like, my ladies, your honors, what are your names? What may I call you?
Well, you already know that I am Bone Sucker, and this over here, she, this is gonna sound even worse now. She is the Gut Render. So, those are the names that I canonically put in my notes, and I feel very silly about them now.
Those are beautiful names, ladies.
You're
and
damn
gentlemen.
right they are.
Honorable names.
Damn right they are.
And no one should give you any shit about them.
No,
You just, stick 'em
Honorable.
with your
teach
with your pointy end.
the lesson about it. Then.
Stick up with your pointy end.
My cheeks hurt a lot.
Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that we might talk to them or something. What would these Fae actually want in exchange for no longer harassing or demanding?
They don't get
tribute
to
from passers
get
by and
anything
whatnot?
out of this. They're encroaching on our territory. They get out, and that's it. Well,
Enough.
I don't rightfully know. As I said, these two are more experienced in matters of faith than I am. I just feel that, perhaps violently kicking them out might not actually resolve the issue. It may result in further breaches of the treaty in the past. Or in the future.
We will exhaust all diplomatic options before acquiescing to Lady Bone Sucker and Gut Wrenchers.
The cold iron's getting soft. We gotta teach them what being hard is like.
Satisfaction is what I try to give all of my clients, ma'am. Wink, wink. All right. Moving on. Very well. We will see what they want, see if we can find a more peaceful solution before burning down their fortress and killing all their people.
I thank you for your efforts in this regard. Is there anything else that you need? Unfortunately, the sisters and I are fairly busy.
Any maps that a guide or a local can give us to get there?
Yes. Would you prefer a map to a guide? Yes. I can see to that. Of course. To the edge of the bog. Should be no issue.
Thank you.
Yes.
That should do it.
All right. Very good then. If you have all that you need, I will take my leave. I am sure the sisters have no more questions. No questions. Just get it done. All right. Very good. I will be off. They excuse themselves and leave you to do your duties.
Okay. I don't know how long it'll take to get the map, but I would like to go drop by the
A
guild house,
cleric
'cause
will get you the map within like a handful of minutes, right? If you're willing to wait
Okay.
10 or 15 minutes,
Yeah.
they will bring one from the archives showing the outline of Thornrest's claims of the jungle and the bog, showing the there's a marking showing where the Fae have encroached.
Sounds good. I'll pass it off to our guide, who might need it more than I will.
All right.
And head to
Harold.
the guild hall.
This is a dumb question, but should we have a copy of the agreement?
Probably.
They must have made some sort of pact with each other if these Fae are supposed to be being nice.
Unless it was verbal only, but someone should have a written record of that, right?
Well, I guess we can find out from the Cold Iron Company.
I grabbed the cleric. Cleric! What was the agreement between your town and the Fae?
Oh God! I was just standing here peacefully. Why'd you do that?
I'm sorry.
Okay. The agreement. As far as I know, it is a claim to the bog up to the edge of the old Fey wood, and nothing more and nothing less.
Okay. Sounds good. We quickly meander over to the Cold Iron Company Guild Hall, see if they want anything special about this. Because at the end of the day, we work for them, not for the
Yeah.
city.
You will make your way to the guild hall. It is a long, flat building, much like all the others, but it is adorned with the flags of the Cold Iron Company. You show their symbols proudly. And outside, you'll find a requisition officer who will eventually get you the kind of head of the local guild hall here. And you will meet. We're just gonna call him Thunder Bowels at this point. We're going all meme. You meet
Thunder Bowels.
Thunder Bowels. Yeah, he had a different name, but at the rate we're going, we're just going all in. So, Thunder Bowels makes his way out towards you, dressed in Cold Iron Company gear, clearly showing his rank as the local head. This orc is actually less tall than many of the others. He stands, a shade over 6'4", 6'5". There are humans as tall or taller that you have seen, though he is broadly built. And as you explain who you are and what you want from him, he's going to just say, good, I'm glad that you've made it in one piece. We would normally try to take care of this ourselves around here, but we have had other unrest here in the neighboring areas of Thornrest. The jungle is quite alive this time of year, and we are stretched thin. So thank you for making the journey. I hope that you would deal with them quickly. Just, drive them off of the claim, remind them where it stands, and we'll be about our day, yes?
Sounds good.
Excellent.
All right. Depending on the time of day it is, we'll probably... what time of day is it?
You would have arrived in Thornrest in late afternoon, or like early afternoon, and after waiting a few hours for the people to arrive, you're heading close to evening here.
Then we'll probably rest here in town, do our final check on gear, supplies, get more rations for the trek, and then in the morning, on the morrow, we head into the bog.
The morrow, you head to the bog. Excellent.
Mr. Guide, study that map. We need your memory to lead us.
Yeah. Suppose the map will indicate, generally how many days away on foot we are. It is.
Yeah, so the bog itself is fairly large, but it is not a huge area based on, travel. The infringing area is, here, let me put this on the screen for everybody else. So the bog that they are claiming is this area here to the east of Thornrest. We can get rid of your ship. The infringing zone is marked thusly in this hex here. Yes, something like that is the infringing zone of the bog. It is close to the edge of the woods, but they have pushed their way in and are defending it as if it is their own territory.
Right.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
So how many days do you need for rations?
Well, you would have consumed if you don't spend any money tonight for food. You would consume the rest of your 4th days of rations. You'd have none left.
Yeah.
So that marks a single day's journey, less than a single day's journey, assuming nothing goes wrong, to get there. But you would likely need at least something to eat, or you need to make it back to Thornrest so that you can get the food and water that you need. It's kind of your call there, how you want to do that. Speaking of which, though, how are you spending your evening in Thornrest?
If no one in the party wants to play Liar's Dice with Adewald, he will challenge some random drunk. Very, very persistent.
Oh, yes. There is lots of people who are more than willing to play Liar's Dice with you in this city. It is a long, hard day of work for almost everyone here, and they are happy for the entertainment and the potentiality of gambling money and earning it.
I'll put up 10 gold or something like that.
Absolutely. Let's see. How good are the gamers here in Thornrest? The gamers here in Thornrest are 13 good. Go ahead and give me a gaming tools check. Liar's Dice, I feel like, is very charisma based. That is about your ability to interpret people and the how far you can push them and your own luck. So go ahead and give me a gaming tools charisma check.
Okay. It's just going to be a d20.
An honest man is crippled in this game.
S.
All right, that is a success, but it is a minor success. So you will get your 10 gold back, and you will get D6 more gold from your gambling. Go ahead and roll me that D6.
Sure. Oh,
Five.
yeah.
Yes, you earn an
absolutely
additional
balling.
5 gold from your night
go.
of wild gambling.
Gonna go take Bone Sucker out on the town. Sweet 5 gold that I found.
Okay.
Let's improve relations. I'll take Gutrender out on the town as well.
I am sure you have a lovely evening with the councilwomen. They know all the best spots and will quickly burn through your 5 gold if you let them.
Nice.
All right. Does anyone else have anything they want to do in town, or shall we skip to leaving out the next morning?
Like 2 days of rations for the group.
Okay, absolutely. We are entering a travel phase. You are the provisioner. 2 days of rations will cost you 8 gold pieces, and they will they will weigh 56 pounds.
I now have a mule, so I don't have to worry about that.
And you put it on a mule. Oh, the mule will also cost you 1 extra gold piece, and the weight can go on it just the same.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
All right, perfect. With new mule in hand, you make your way off into the jungle around Thornrest and towards the bog. You are making your way into this hex very clearly. There's only 2 possible routes there. They both take 2 hexes. We already know who you guys are. Let's get our scout roll out of the way, Harold. Okay. As the scout, it is your job to make sure that your party does not get lost or otherwise turned around in the terrain to lose time. Describe your efforts to scout the terrain and keep your party on track.
I need a moment to think. I'm sorry. I should have been doing that while they were playing dice and dating orc women. So, one thing that is useful to a marching group is a person who keeps the pace. So rather than just a bunch of hobos wandering through a swamp, Harold is taking a more leadership-focused position, making sure no one strays too far or goes their own direction, and tries to maintain pace with his group, which may seem somewhat mundane and banal. But he's not the kind of guy who goes forward like Aragorn and says, "Oh, I found this deer track. We should blah, 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 blah." Like, he's not a survivalist.
Right.
So, safety in numbers, stick together, don't get bogged down, but
you make your way safer by all taking the same path and not letting anyone stray into stuff you are unsure of. That sounds like a fairly good plan. I don't really know if it is anything other than a survival wisdom check. Do you have a thought on anything else that you thought might suit the role?
No, really.
All right, go ahead and make me a survival wisdom check. You have a map, so you don't have an unknown or uncharted location. You are going through somewhat of a difficult terrain, but I think we're just going to go with your base DC of 12.
Okay, I will be using my inspiration here
All right,
because
please do.
this is a flat roll for me.
Okay.
Where's my survival? Boom!
16. That is a success. You keep everyone in line and on track, and nobody strays into anything that might cost your party time. Go ahead and take inspiration for successfully scouting your party, and we will move on to our guide. Edelward, your job here is to stave off the labors and difficulties of the journey. You're trying to make sure that your party is not overwhelmed by exhaustion or anything else that might make the party's journey worse for the wear at the final location. Please describe your efforts to avoid or stave off said labors.
They are twofold. First of all, learning from the tales of Frodo Baggins, I will be telling the Hobbit to stay away from the lights when we're in the bog. And in addition to that, I will be using my bog poking stick to poke at the ground to see if there are any places where, there's like sinking mud. I don't know the exact term for that, but basically, yeah, earth, which we will like sink into and die, or have to be at least rescued from, causing exhaustion. And in addition to that, be able to test to see any depth of the water if we're sort of wading through a section and so forth. Just being a little bit cautious and using, the object to.
I like it. Using the walking stick. That sounds like a knowledge of nature or a survival wisdom check. I will take either. Nature intelligence or survival wisdom, that is to say. Your DC will be 15 for this roll.
Okay, I will also use my inspiration.
Okay. You succeed. Inspired by your previous successes, you check for sinkholes, you watch the terrain around you, and you keep the party from going into any hostile, unknown, or dangerous terrain. Take inspiration for successfully staving off the exhaustion of your party. And lastly, Talise, you're the lookout. Please describe for me your efforts to spot dangers on the journey and keep your party from being surprised by them.
So it sounds like everybody else is staying nice and grouped up and together, and really we don't have a person scouting ahead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my sort of short nature, to hide in with the bog a little bit more, stay low to the ground, get ahead, see what's coming beforehand, and be able to report back.
Okay, I like it. So scouting ahead, I think that could be perception wisdom. I think that this could also be a survival dexterity or stealth dexterity check to get out ahead and spot things before they spot you. I will take any of those checks from you. Your base DC will be 12.
All right, I'll go ahead and use my inspiration too.
All right, you do with a 24. You succeed on making sure the party is not surprised by anything on the way to your destination. You also will get a roll on the discovery table, which unfortunately does not do much for you. But as you are making your way through rather early in your journey, all of you are doing as you describe, being very... Oh, take inspiration for your successful looking out. It is not very long after you leave Thornrest. You're still in the jungle, the mighty jungle, as you are pushing your way through the bog when you hear a thunking sound, hard and sharp into a piece of wood. And as you push through the edges of the jungle, you will finally reach the bog itself. And you, Corin, will see a strange sight in front of you. On the bog itself, you are standing in what is just kind of wet, liquidy waters. And there is a raised hill in front of you. The raised kind of stone and sand of this hill make up a small island in the bog. And as you look at it, there is a large tree, near the kind of center of it, in the most upraised part. Hanging from the tree are corpses. Dozens and dozens of corpses hung from the tree in its various branches, swinging in the absence of wind, even. And there is an axe embedded deep into a wooden block next to a separate kind of smaller tree. Standing near the entrance of this kind of run up to the bog right in front of you is an imposing figure. A humanoid standing at least 10 foot tall, arms crossed, glaring stoically at the four of you, and dressed entirely in executioner's gear. You will notice this before stumbling into it and have a chance to react accordingly. What do you do as you notice this?
Boy, it looks like somebody's made a claim to this territory.
Fuck.
But we can't let down Thunderbowls, so that was his name, right? His name? The Cold Iron Company guy?
Yes. It is now Thunderbells.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yep. Yeah, I'll take a few steps forward and call out to this guy, just asking him. I say, sir, we represent Lord Thunderbowls of the Cold Iron Company. Have your name, please.
I am the executioner.
And what is your business in these parts, may I ask?
I am the executioner.
I should have seen that one coming, yeah. Can I ask, is the axe emanating any kind of cursed bad juju?
Oh, right, from your hat. No, the axe itself is not cursed.
Okay, interesting. Well, you don't suppose maybe we should just go around this guy? You're not wanted for, executing or anything like that, are you?
No, I am not wanted.
I was talking to the boys back here.
What did you just call me?
Oh, sorry. It's a sign of endearment,
Quit digging yourself further down.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, we didn't hear anything about this guy at all. So I'm gonna shout at the giant, or the large man, if he's standing 10 feet tall. Have you seen any Fae around here?
I am Fae.
You know about a fort or something?
Aye.
Do you know why they built a fort in the bog?
Aye.
Would you like to tell me?
He points to the tree, and he says, "The price for my secrets, a corpse for the tree."
The fuck? This guy.
Would you take animals as a corpse for your tree?
No.
If we. Oh, okay.
I say we just go around him, I'll be honest.
Alright, well. Were these criminals, or what's the deal, man?
Some, others no. They are the prices for secrets. One was paid not too long ago.
Damn. By who?
By one who now has my secret. Would you wish to become one with my secret?
No, I'm good. Thank you, though. Are they all humanoids in the tree, or just?
Yes.
Okay.
They are not all human, but they are all humanoids.
Please is just thinking, damn, we should have brought a guide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guy does seem like a relatively evil dude. Maybe we should sort him out a bit.
Garrick's going to speak up and say, "Hey, we were told you had some sort of documents that had some treaty on it. You guys upholding that or not?"
I am not of the court. No treaty binds me. I am the executioner.
All right,
So
well, you
who?
just hang out here. We gotta go talk with the Fae people. You know, maybe we'll bring you back someone.
If you would deny yourselves my knowledge, you are free to leave. None of you are on my list.
Okay.
All right, well, take care then. We may be back with cookies or something.
I do not want cookies. If you want, bring me a corpse to place on my tree. Or I will happily take yours. Do you wish to be a corpse on my tree?
All right now, man.
No thanks.
It is an honor.
We go around this guy. Let's not fuck with this.
Just give him a wide berth.
All right. You give this man a wide berth, and you leave the executioner behind you. No longer threatened by him, you continue on. You are making good headway through the bog, and despite the water and the mud sucking at your boots, the hot heat of the day trying to rip away the moisture from your skin, your party is like pressing on, keeping themselves on the right track, and making good time. Corin, you will notice that there is a pack of velociraptors near the party at some point, hunting clearly, and you spot them before they get on your scent. You have an option to try to avoid them if you would like, or you can ambush them before they ambush you. As you spot this group, they are some 100 feet away, clearly noses to the ground, rushing up in their scattered pattern that they do, as each follows what they can smell in a kind of coordinated effort. What do you do as you notice this?
I will sort of turn to my teammates and sort of motion for them to all get down more in the dirt and bog where it'll cover their stench a little bit better.
Okay. You attempt to avoid the encounter by covering their stench. That is definitely a very survival thing, and I think it is wise. Go ahead and give me a survival wisdom check as you attempt to cover the stench of your party members. That is a 12. The animals will attempt to perceive you still, but they roll an 11. The velociraptors are avoided. You spy them out. You cover your scent. You get down in the bog, crouch, and make a like kind of perpendicular run across the bog. Eventually, you leave behind the velociraptors and can feel certain that they will not ambush you. The rest of your days, like half day's walk, goes fairly uneventfully. And as you make your way through the bog, you eventually see the rising of an old fort. Or it looks old, but it is new, as the wood itself has been crafted from ancient trees and seems to have been almost transported here rather than made anew. It has large kind of spikes out of the side of it, and you can see figures along the like outskirts of it, and a giant tent in the center of it. As you continue approaching, more details kind of come into your vision. You can make out at least 4 or 5 separate figures. All of them seem to be lithe and nimble. They give you the impression of elven kind, with bows in hand. There is a figure standing on what appears to be a stone log or a stone pillar, from a bit of the bog. It is short and squat and very different from the rest of the elven kind that you see. It is incredibly hairy, almost having a mane-like appearance of dark black hair as it just squats and kind of watches, eyes turning around. And you can see the like glow as you approach of something in the back of the tent. Perhaps a person, perhaps something else. But there is a dull golden glow, almost like sunlight, um, escaping from the back of this fort as you approach. You're still some few hundreds of feet away, but you can now make out the outline of your destination. What do you do?
Oi, you said not to walk in the light. Does that mean we have to turn around?
I would be hesitant towards walking towards it right now, for sure. I would say we are going to go down the negotiation front. Might be best to call them over to a position of advantage, from our perspective, shall we say.
You mean
Tactically,
neutral ground?
neutral ground or somewhere where we have a high ground. Maybe not just walk into the middle of their fort if we want to do that. Equally, if we want to just go about the slightly more, brutal, headstrong way, could try and, sneak up on them and get them unawares. But FA, they're probably going to see us come in. I'm wearing heavy armor. Probably would be best if we try and get them to come out to a position where we can hit them.
I'm a man of my word. I wish to talk with them first before violence comes up.
Fair enough. So maybe we should signal them with some kind of flag. Does anyone have any fabric that we could maybe wave?
I yell, "Hey!" down to the hairy guy on the stump.
The hairy guy like cocks his head like a dog and looks over at you. And it goes says something, and you see the light turn more intense as stepping around the corner is a fey creature seemingly made of dappled sunlight. It glows brightly here in the bog. The creature itself takes humanoid appearance in the light, but is clearly no elf, but something entirely different. And it looks out where the hairy creature points. And you hear ringing out as clear as if it was spoken a few feet away from you. Hello, friends.
Hi. We come from Thornrest, or we act on behalf of Thornrest.
I see.
Can I just talk normally and they can hear me, or do I need to keep yelling?
You would need to keep yelling.
Okay. We'd like to have a chat with you if you're amenable and not an invading army or band of ne'er-do-wells.
The voice just says, "I'm sorry, but we have no intention of negotiating on our lands. The old treaties hold true to this day."
The old treaties hold true?
Yes?
The one that says you guys stay in your forest and not invade the bog?
We are in our forest.
So they seem to be implying maybe the bog expanded into their forest, so they consider this territory still part of the wood, maybe. Disputed ground, at any rate.
I repeat that, but louder so that they can hear me. Did the bog expand into your woods, and now on a technicality you're being deceitful and claiming it's part of your woods?
There are no technicalities. Old magic binds permanently. I will ask that you leave us. I would hate to see this day marred with bloodshed.
I think we should leave, and then come back tonight. You know what I mean?
Garrick's going to just keep an eye on everything else around him, not the people that are talking, but making sure we're not getting, ambushed.
Fair enough. You keep a sharp eye out. For the time being, you can't at least detect any threats waiting to ambush you.
Harold thinks for a minute and is trying to calculate if this was exhausting all diplomatic options.
Okay, but what if we just drained the bog in this area? Then there would be no dispute, right?
I don't know about
Well, I guess if these magical treaties were set up and they just want their land back, maybe this wasn't their land, but
No, we need to stop making assumptions right now. I shout back one final time. Are you absolutely certain there is no room for dialogue at all? And you are unwilling to educate us mere mortals who have a much shorter lifespan of some treaty that may or may not have been written down anywhere?
Why would it be written? Old magic is spoken.
All right, now answer the first part of the question.
I tell you thusly, we are in our land. The treaty remains unbroken. It is impossible to break. I ask that you leave. I would hate to spill blood on today, of all days.
Is the executioner part of your troop too? The one with all the bodies hanging from the tree?
No, the executioner belongs to no court. I am surprised you have met him, and do not hang from his trees.
I think it's because we're actually, not giant assholes and are trying to do some good, but
Very good.
fuck a duck, I guess.
I am unfamiliar with that phrase.
The new one. Don't worry about it. I'm popularizing it.
I see. I did not know you
Huh?
felt that way about ducks as a species. I will make note. Have a wonderful solstice. And he turns back to whatever was behind the tent.
Okay, well, I look at my teammates.
Are we supposed to stop them from moving in on their own land, or is someone blind to us?
I think we're in a moral dilemma now. And we have to really engage with this topic or do the murder hobo thing, ignore it entirely, and just engage,
Well,
I mean,
what was our job? Our job was to come here to enforce the treaty. They say the treaty is unbreakable. We've done our job.
it. It appears that they're referring to a different treaty. They say an ancient magical treaty. The people in Thornrest are referring to a treaty, presumably in more contemporary times, though still a while ago, which apparently some people agreed to, but these lot feel not impinging upon them. I think regardless, there's probably if the two aren't willing to negotiate with each other, there'll be some form of hostility regardless.
do we do the consequentialist thing? Say it doesn't matter, and then be the aggressors? Or do we do the Ultra Chad thing and just start taking down their camp until they attack us? And then we can say they drew first blood.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, ultimately it won't matter. But I don't want to kill people if they're not gonna, be hostile. I'm a peaceful guy. Fuck.
Yeah, we
Perhaps
definitely should have
there's some
should have
ground
rolled on.
to not have them leave, but allow folks like us through here unhindered? I don't know.
Maybe we could have some sort of trade negotiations between them. Maybe they don't have to be on the land, but they could prosper economically together.
Well, I suspect that if the town was interested in that, they would have. Well, I mean, the gentleman did say that was hoping to find some kind of negotiation, but these lots seem like they're totally unwilling to engage in that, at least so far. We should have perhaps brought a list of demands and not just assumed that these people were, nutters that were going to attack us on sight.
I mean, the list of demands is get the fuck out of the swamp, right?
Well, that's where negotiations start, but then you sort of come to compromise after a little talk. But we don't have any authority to force a compromise, right? Because we're just mercenaries. We're not talking on behalf of the town.
All right, then we have to decide, are we mercenaries or are we respectable moral agents who are willing to take the economic downturn as well as the reputation hit for our morality? Or do we go the mercenary route, kill these people who are not aggressive?
I'm not saying that necessarily.
What if we build our own fort right next to theirs? Create an actual border.
Did the people at the town, I can't recall, did they say that they were actually, the Fae were doing anything? Didn't they say, were they saying that they were like...
They say that they have invaded the bog, which is theirs, by the treaty, and it needs to be enforced and then driven out.
So it doesn't say that they're actually like assaulting citizens or anything like that, because then again, who walks around in a bog?
Give me a perception check while you're staring at this from hundreds of feet away, yelling back and forth.
Okay.
There are definitely dead orcs, like, around this fort.
They armed?
That might change my opinion a little.
Are they armed?
Yeah.
Yes, they are armed.
Yeah, right. So it looked like they tried to attack them. Died. Or, tell you what, if you want to talk to these boys again and ask them what's the deal with these orcs, and if they...
Bro, they killed orcs. Like, we don't need to ask further questions. They're killing people. We gotta get rid of them.
Oh, no, hold on. But did they kill them in self-defense, or did they just attack when they were walking through?
You don't invade a man's home and then shoot that man and then claim self-defense while you are in that man's home. They've broken a treaty.
That is the essence of the dilemma, right? Because they're both, it's a disputed territory.
All right, well, we're on one side of this fence now, Chief. I'm on side humanoid, not side Fae. Are you a secret Fae blood that I should be worried about?
Are you a spy?
Are you a spy? Answer me. Yes or no?
Fae-ish after that blood meth that we had. But, I think it's worth just finding out exactly what's going on with these orcs.
Yeah, I'll speak up. I'm an orc. I feel having a bunch of dead orcs around me. Pardon me, Your Holiness, whoever you were, the hairy one. What are all these orcs doing here? Yeah, they're bodies thrown about the place. Did they attack you, or did you attack? What's going on here?
The hairy one cocks his head like a dog again and goes, "Arr, arr, 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 arr," and then goes, "Orcs died! Invading! Go away," says man and God.
I want that guy as a pet or something. I'm not gonna lie. I want to hear that every day. I look at my hobbit, who I know doesn't have dark vision, so a night assault would be kind of for them. I look at the human who probably also doesn't have dark vision, but is wearing heavy armor. Alright, 3 options. We either leave, take the hit, and we take the L. I don't want to take the L, but that is option number 1. Option 2, we go right now on the solstice while they're having a holiday. We create, in their mind, a true enemy and start a war. I'm okay with that option, as that's what it comes down to. Option 3, we wait until night and start a war at night instead.
What about option 4? I go steal one of those orc corpses and we go back to the butcher.
Yeah.
Can you steal a butcher?
That is a good point. We can ask him about the origin of the conflict. Let's take like 4 bodies. You know what I mean?
More questions.
Ain't no way I'm dragging 4 bodies.
Mid-max power gamer when it comes to dragging people to the execution.
I can maybe drag 1.
Hey, can we take a body? I shout at them.
I'm not asking. I'm just gonna go and just grab one.
The hairy guy like cocks his head as if he's listening, but there's no response to the request to take bodies.
All right, we're gonna take a body. If you shoot at us, it's your fault for starting a war.
I'm gonna walk up to one of the orc bodies.
All right.
Try and
you approach further than the 500 feet that you were. You will stumble upon an encampment that looks like this. At about the distance that your tokens are placed, which is roughly 30 feet. A group of arrows will go thump, 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 thump right in front of you, as if in a warning. And you will hear the cries of these like Fey scouts that say, "No further! You will not step into our lands."
Can
We have a body? Can someone throw us a body?
Can I at least take one of my brethren back to the town for proper burial?
They will enrich the soil, as is customary.
Give us a check, Greg. Come on. Are they that mean? That rude?
Yes.
Okay, well, how far away is one of these orc bodies? Then are they inside?
They're like, okay, here. Let's
on the
find
wall?
some. Yes, they're like driven into the spikes.
Oh, fuck.
They're
Okay.
on the wall.
They are on.
I thought they were.
I thought they were like dead on the floor.
Yeah, I thought, if they're in the spikes, that's a very different message.
Yeah, okay. Well.
I look back at my group, I'm like, do we just fight them?
How tall is this
hold on.
wall?
About 5 feet.
Only 5 feet?
Yeah, it's not meant to be a like wall that you can't get in. It's meant to be a like barrier, a
Just a
deterrent.
fence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this like a door, or what is this?
That is a spike that is now broken because there's an orc body on it.
Okay.
Let me.
Does the wall look thin enough that we could smash through it like the Kool-Aid guy?
I mean,
You could try. Yeah.
I mean, we could take a while. We could wait till nightfall and send the rogue in, but these guys can probably see in the dark, can't they? They're Fey or weird
No,
eyes.
I'm going to start us off, guys. I'm tired of waiting. I'm going to be using a magical item right now.
Okay. What are
I'm
you
going
doing? I'll give you this item and then we'll roll initiative.
This is the Staff of Fireballs, and I'm going to cast a fireball right here.
Oh,
And hit all 4 of these guys.
beautiful. Let's find a fireball, shall we?
True. I don't know. I'm just going to click this thing. Well, I can go into spells. This is what fireball does. It's a 20-foot radius, I believe.
Very nice.
And I will do that. Choo! Oh man, we rolled good.
All right, we will get dexterity saves. Let me find the exact range of this. So level 3 fireball is an 8x8. It's about that size. That looks like everybody to me in that little grouping there. Is that where you want it?
I guess so. I don't see it on my screen.
You don't see
I
it.
see it.
I see it.
You see
Yeah.
it? I don't see any. Oh, now I see it.
Okay. It looks something like that. All right. Then we will have 1, 2, 3, 4 dex
think-
saves. Yep.
It is actually much larger than that.
Should be an 8x8. 1, 2,
It
3, 4,
is
5,
a
6,
20-foot
7, 8.
radius.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dumb. Never mind. You're good.
Yep.
I didn't see this little corner.
Yep. Alrighty.
We're
We will have. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 d20s.
Yes, sir.
Less than. Greater than. 12. One success, a single elven scout. This one here ducks and covers to the best of his ability. He will take half damage as he slashes his body into the mud and water. The rest of them are caught unawares, and they will take 30 points of damage. Oh my goodness. With 30 points of damage, you have slain this creature, and this creature, and this creature, and you have bloodied this one here. Everybody,
Okay.
roll me initiative.
Did this explode the fence so my fighter has a clear way in?
You just rolled a 30 damage fireball. I
Yeah.
will give you a section of fence, yeah. I like that.
Okay.
I think that's fun. We will pop this single fence off. It is exploded in an eruption of flame and timber.
And this is how we start a war.
Hey! Alright, I need lots of duders now. Give me half a second. So we have... Boom. Oops, not that. We have you for initiative. And then we have you for initiative. And then we have that'll be it for now, actually. All right. Let's put that in descending order. Harold, after casting the mighty fireball, you are the first to react. What will you do?
Oh, you know what I'm doing. Haha. We only cast darkness in this game, Greg. I love
Very
casting
good.
the darkness spell, moving 30 feet, and doing nothing with my bonus action.
All right. So you do.
Use me for cover! Let's kill him!
All right. Excellent. Let's make that visible. Yeah. Boom. Okay, you have caused a sphere of darkness impenetrable to normal sight as you step forward. Edelward, it is your turn. What will you do?
1, 2. Yeah, okay. Just gonna run round the back. We are now officially the Murder Hobo Party. I'm game. That's cool.
All right.
I'm up for that. 6. Bonus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm just gonna close to this guy that's bloody on the floor.
Okay, you close to the man who is bloodied, laying in swamp water. Beautiful. Garrick, it is your turn. What will you do?
I'm going to dash up to Adewalk. And
Okay.
that's all I'm going. Well, yeah, that's all I'm going to do.
You're gonna have to dash here, as there is an enemy in that square. Alright. With that, this creature here, covered in hair and fur, looks around, cocks its head, and it stares right at you, Mr. Harold, in the darkness. It reaches into the water, grabs up a big stone, and it hurls it right towards you.
Sounds good.
Phew. Does a
That will hit.
25 hit you? Harold,
Yep.
please take 20 bludgeoning damage.
I will do so.
Excellent. The creature then is going to step forward. It gets up on the rock here. It starts to pull at its hair, and it slices a bit of its beard off with iron shears. You see them begin to twist together and almost turn into iron in his hand. Talise, it is your turn. What do you do?
Louise sees none of that. Thank God. And will make her way up this way, seeing a couple of her friends engaged with this archer over here, will send one of her babies that way.
All right. You fire. Oh, but your baby goes splat into the swamp nearby, unable to get a good look at him.
And as a bonus action, I will dash get over here behind this wall.
All right. You dash behind the wall. Perfect. With that, the Fey Scout will go. This one will stand up, throw down its bow and arrow, and pull from its waist a long, shiny blade, get in a stance, and will make 2 attacks. The first attack it will make at Edelward, and the second attack it will make at Garrick. It will be... an 18 at Edelward and a 20 at Garrick. Edelward, that 18 doesn't hit you, correct?
Yeah, it does not.
All right. In like a fluid motion, he bounces his blade off of your armor, then comes around, slashes through on Garrick. Garrick, you will take for me... 5 points of slashing damage. Excellent. This one here is going to... it's going to do nothing. We're going to scroll down so people can see it. It's going to spin around in place, draw its bow, and fire its bow at Garrett. With a 12, it will miss, and then it will aim at Edelward with an 18, bouncing it off of your armor, unable to hit. Harold, it is your turn. What do you do?
Okay, I just got chunked by a rock, which I'm not a fan of being.
Yeah.
I will cast another spell. This one is not... Oh, I should actually do a concentration check. Okay, I'm fine. See, my darkness went away. I will then be casting... Armor of Agathis on myself. There we go. This will give me 10 temporary hit points.
Are you upcasting it?
I have to. I'm a warlock.
Oh, right.
Yes. And then, like a hero, I'm going to engage. I'm going to stand on a carcass. That's what heroes do.
That's what heroes do, for sure.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast my Hexblade's Curse on the elf that my 2 friends are about to murder.
All right.
And
You
that
put the
is
Hexblade's Curse upon him.
Yes.
He has all the things. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah. Movement action, bonus action.
Perfect. Adelward, it is your turn. You've seen the scout stand up and slash at your friends. What do you do?
I am going to try and just swing my fire mace straight into his chest. 13.
Oh, a 13 will miss. The sword flashes past your mace and like deflects it away at the last moment. The skillful defensive style.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right, Garrick, it is your turn. What will you do?
I'm just gonna hit it with the scimitar because I can. That's all I can hit it with.
All right, the
I'm gonna rage
cursed
first.
blade gripped in your hand. You raise it to strike at this Fey scout.
Yeah, reckless. No, I'll just hit it normally.
Okay.
24.
That's a 24. That'll hit.
Nice.
It will take 9 points of damage, which wounds him deeply. However, he still stands, and you feel the necrotic suck of energy for 10 more points of energy damage. Horrid goes. The creature looks directly at you, John, and it
Aye.
pulls up its club in its hand, and it swings it down upon you with force. The creature is going to... It's standing on the ground. It is a 21 to hit.
That will indeed hit me.
All right, please take 15 points of bludgeoning damage from his first
He
swing.
suffers 10 cold.
Yes, he will. You see the, flash of your temporary hit points strike into him in icy shards across his hairy chest. But seemingly unperturbed, he simply raises the great club again and brings it hammering down, this time with a 12.
That will miss.
A cloud of dust fills, suspending your darkness. He then, with his bonus action, takes the metal hair and he whispers to it in some strange language. And the hair elongates and races forth towards Adelward. Adelward, you see this rope-like woven metal rushing towards you like a noose. Please make me a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I'm gonna use my inspiration, I think.
Okay, absolutely.
Oh, nuts.
Oh, despite your inspiration, you feel the rope loose around you. You are grappled and you are restrained by the magical hair of the creature.
Okay.
So the magical hair is a restrained effect. The cord can use a bonus action to release you from it, or you are freed if the cord dies or becomes incapacitated. There is no secondary saves, but a rope of the hair has AC 20 and 20 hit points if it is attempted to be broken. Talise, it is your turn. What do you do?
All right. I see. Yeah, I see my captor in trouble. You know, he needs a good friend at these times, and I'll provide him with one, shooting one of my good friends into his enemy.
All right. That is a 19. That will hit.
And this will have sneak attack.
Ooh. Oh, it's not a crit, right. 17 damage. Still very good. Your shot strikes into him, and you can see, through his thick hair, just a little trickle of blood running down it.
As I will... Yeah, I think I'm gonna drop my crossbow back here and pull out one of my daggers, move forward a little bit, and use my action to alight my daggers.
All
Or
right.
a bonus action. Yeah.
You alight your daggers. They wick on the flames of the serpents ready to eat. the scouts will go. This one here raises his blade, and in a smooth stroke, attack, slashing both of you with his blade. He will attack with a 20 against Edelward and a 25 against Garrick. Edelward, does a 20 hit you?
It will. Does it auto crit if I'm restrained?
Yes.
Are you restrained or grappled?
He is restrained.
He's
It is
restrained.
Restraint
by this
should be
creature.
advantage, but no crit.
Yeah, it's advantage. Yeah, unless he's in the.
Oh, okay, it's advantage but no crits. Okay, so these two rolls are just advantage against you. They are going to hit you. Okay, perfect. In that case, please take for me 8 points of damage, and then we will roll again against Garrick.
Is the weapon magical, or is it not magical?
The weapon is not magical for the purpose of overcoming resistances. And a 9 against Garrick will not hit him. The creature will then walk away from you and position himself here on the dirt.
That would provoke an attack of opportunity from a
It would
restrained
not.
boy.
He is restrained, correct?
Yeah, he's
I
restrained.
think
He
you
can't
still
hit.
get to attack, you just can't, or it's at disadvantage.
Yeah, you got 0 movement, you've got disadvantage, and things have advantage to hit you.
Okay.
All right. Let me just double check that. I'm sure you are correct, but I would like to.
I don't want to be the rules guy,
No, that's
but
fine.
I just got murdered.
I like A restrained creature's speed becomes 0 and it cannot benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. Very good. Make an attack of opportunity if you would like, at disadvantage.
It will indeed.
That
Miss.
will
Perfect.
miss. Yes. All right. The second scout down here pulls out its bow. It now sees Harold, and it will fire one shot at him and one shot at Talise. Beautiful. Please, does a 19 hit you, Harold?
Yes.
Excellent. Please take for me 7 points of damage.
Looking hurt, fellas.
Does a 17 hit you, Talise?
Yep.
Excellent. Please take for me 8 points of damage. Harold, it comes back to you. What do you do?
Well, guys, I'm in it to win it. I don't know about you all. Okay. I would. I'm in melee with this guy. So I will fight this guy in melee. I should not have gotten into melee, I realized in hindsight. Okay, I will be swinging on this man right in front of me.
All right, please do.
I swing for 26.
The 26 hits, breaking through his hair. Bam! For 13 points of damage. Beautiful.
I don't know if this matters, but it does count as magical for overcoming stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate
Due
that.
to my Pact of the Blade. I'll link that later. If
Yeah, no, I'm familiar with the Pact of the Blade.
Perfect. As a bonus action, I don't think I got anything.
All right.
So I will spend some movement to go like so.
Very good. Edelward, you are restrained. Your move is 0, and you do not get a save at the end of the round. But you can make attacks, we have learned, against a melee enemy. You have disadvantage, but you can try to hit AC 20 for the rope if you would like.
Sure. Yeah, I'll go for it.
No.
Wow, it's gone well. I'm going to action surge and try again
Absolutely.
at disadvantage. So,
All right, you
Whatever.
pound at this iron that is like restraining you with your hammer, but you cannot break free of the metal. Garrick, it is your turn. What do you do?
We need help.
Garrick seeing his friend in the hair. He's going to attack the hair. He's
All
trying to
right.
rip it with that scimitar. Oh.
Yeah, get it.
Okay. Oh,
Oh, you
sorry.
crit
Okay, all
the
right.
hair! Roll me some damage.
All right, sorry. That was
11 points of damage on the hair. You, quote unquote.
Oh wait, plus 26.
Plus 26?
I'm sorry, savage attack. Yeah.
Yes, 15 points of damage. You,
Yep.
quote unquote, bloody the hair. In fact, the hair is on death's door.
my God.
Pieces of it untwine, but it holds on tightly still to Edelward. All right.
That's all I got. Oh wait, bonus action. I'm going to drink one of those red vials. Oh wait,
Absolutely.
wait, somebody else.
You go to uncork the red vials. It sprays in your face. You are under a blood frenzy for the next 10 minutes. Anytime that you make an attack against a creature that has less than full hit points, you will have advantage to hit.
Nice. Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah. The Corrid goes, the massive creature of hair. It pulls on the threads, sees that they hold strong, and then picks up his great club to slam it down on Harold once more. It swings. Oh no, hold on. That's not the right one. He's standing on Earth. He swings with a 21.
Will
Please
do it.
take 23 bludgeoning damage.
I am down.
All right. With that, he spies with his little eye some ground he can stand on. So he walks up here. All right. He can split his attacks, can't he? Who does he go for? Oh, he's definitely going for his restrained target. He lifts his great club up into the air and brings it down upon Edelward, who is restrained. With a 15! Oh, he bangs it against your armor, but it bends and buckles, but it does not break, protecting you from the damage. Talise, it is your turn.
All right. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my offhand attack, and I'm going to swing at this archer next to me.
Okay, please do.
I guess, sorry, I think that's actually out of order. I don't think I can do that in that order. So I'm going to move over here, make my main hand attack against the big boy here.
All right, please do. That is a 22 that will hit. For 5, then 8, and 8 is 16 damage. Beautiful.
Then I will make my offhand attack against the archer here.
All right. There's a 9.
I can re-roll once. I forgot this last time, but I'm
you
lucky
are
as a
lucky.
halfling.
How lucky are you? Oh,
Very.
you're a crit level lucky. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm
Nice.
just gonna roll regular damage, so I'll need to roll an extra D4 and an extra D8.
Oh my gosh.
That is 11, 16, and 18 damage. Your snake flashes out from your dagger, ripping through the throat of the man as he dies in gouts of flame and blood.
Does that bring me up?
I don't think so. When you're
Yeah, no, I
unconscious,
don't.
does your curse would go away, yeah?
The curse, yeah. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. All right.
That's the end of my turn.
With that, the last remaining elf down here will go. He can see Garrick and Talise
You have
most
advantage on me,
easily.
bud.
So that is who he will take his 2 shots at. First to Garrick is a 22. The second to Talise is a crit.
God.
You have advantage on me. You could crit. He could hit me.
All right, he hits.
Okay,
he,
yeah.
he crits
Yeah.
Garrick. He hits Talise.
Okay, nice.
What a hero. What a trooper.
Hey, I gotta be nice.
That is 9 points of damage to Garrick and 10 points of damage to Talise.
He'll take more.
All right, Harold, you are down and bleeding out in the swamp. Please make me a death saving throw.
I would love to. Can I use inspiration to get advantage on it?
Yes, you are allowed to do that. For
I will
a
do
Rada
that.
that I got screamed at.
Fuck. Alright, it doesn't matter.
Ooh, despite the inspiration, please mark 1 unsuccessful death save.
Sounds good.
Edelward, you are restrained, but the creature now is right next to you. Would you like to make an attack at him? The rope? What are you feeling like?
I'm going after this rope.
All right.
Although it's just gonna cast it again on me, isn't it? But whatever. Comes the double crit. You ready?
The 16 is not enough. You pound on this rope to the best of your abilities, but you just can't get enough strength on it to break it. Garrick, it is your turn. What will you do?
Garrick, seeing that his friend's still having a problem with the rope, he's gonna try and the hair. He's gonna try and wreck his attack it with a scimitar again.
All right.
20.
That is a 20. That hits the rope. It only has 5 hit points. You
It's
slash
over.
the rope. It breaks, and Edelward is free from its restraint.
Yeah.
Beautiful. The
Oh, I would
cord.
also get advantage on that. Sorry, the hook. That's fine. I already did that.
All right. The Corrid will go. The Corrid is going to now not have a restrained target anymore. He's going to choose who he wants to fight. He has 3 targets. He's still going after Edelward. He picks up his great club and he brings it slamming down with a 26. Edelward, please take from me 17 bludgeoning damage. He raises the club a second time, intent on bringing you down. He swings it high, and it's 19 does not hit you.
That's a miss. Yeah.
Ah, damn. He crunches into your armor, but you stand firm. He then, with his bonus action, takes more of his beard, shears it with some iron shears. You can see the hairs twisting into iron and braiding in his hand. Talise, it is your turn. What will you do?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna fight this thing for now.
Okay.
So with my main hand.
You critically hit him. Very nice.
Nice.
Play.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
For 8 and 12 is 20 and 7 is 27 points of damage. You bloody this creature as your snake mouth rips past his hair, bites out pieces of flesh, and gouts of flame and blood pour from him.
And then I will bonus action disengage
Okay.
and run over here.
Okay. With that, it is the archer's turn. The archer now is looking directly at Talise. He is going to be his first shot, and then he will shoot at Garrick as well. The archer is going to fire 1 at Talise with a 15. Will that hit you?
No D.
No dice. He fires and critically hits Garrick. Garrick, please take for me 9 more points of piercing damage.
So glad I'm a bear totem.
Harold, it is once
Alright,
again
I'm feeling
time
the
for a death
one.
save.
I'm feeling it.
Are you?
Oh, I did not yet.
There was a
Nice.
1 in there, but it was accompanied
There
with a
was.
5.
True.
Please mark 1 successful death save. Edelward, you are free from the restraint. What do you do?
Okay, so a second wind, get back 11.
Ooh, strong second wind.
Then, yeah, all I can do. This guy, I'm going to try and set his beard on fire, mate, with my Balefire Mace.
Yes.
And, that is
Oh my god!
Instead,
I
he
set
sets a
myself on
lance
fire.
next to him on fire.
Yeah. Great. So that's all I can do.
All
You
right.
moving? You want to move a little?
Uh,
Oh,
no, I'm good here. I'm good here.
Garrick, it is your turn. What will you do?
I'm just gonna attack this thing with a reckless attack with the scimitar.
Okay.
The big old.
You don't need to recklessly attack him. You will have advantage from your.
That's right, with the
bloodlust.
blood frenzy. I'm sorry, I'm so used to. Yeah, right. Advantage 23.
23 will hit for 7 more points of damage. But you feel the
What's the
necrotic
damage?
energy of your cursed scimitar course through your arm once more. Please
What's gonna
take
kill
for
me?
me 7 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
The Corrid looks at its iron twisted braids, whispers, and he fires them at Edelward once more. Edelward, I need from you a dexterity saving throw DC 13 or become grappled and restrained by the rope.
This guy is outrageous, mate. Oh, get in the bin.
Oh, you are restrained once more by the iron braids. He then raises his great club with his action and will
Oh, no.
attack twice. You with advantage. There's a 17. He crunches down,
Miss.
unable to strike you. He will then lift it up again, determined to bring you down. Also with a 17.
we're full.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Talise, it is your
man.
turn. You watch Edelward heroically stand strong against the bashing of this great club. What do you do?
I will rummage through my good friend's pack, finding a healing potion. I'm going to try to pour it down his throat.
All right. Do you have a healing potion in your pack, John?
I have 2, yeah.
All right. Are they the same?
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and roll me 2d4 plus 4. All right. You unstopper a healing potion, and Harold awakes with 11 HP. All right.
And then I will make a mad dash, using my bonus action to dash over to this archer.
All right, beautiful. So
Come
you
at me!
do. The scout goes. The scout sees you rush up to him, throws down his bows and arrows, and in a clean swing pulls out his brilliant blade and begins to attack you with it. The first attack is a 24, and
Yeah,
the
that's a hit.
second is a 7. Please take for me 6 points of slashing damage. Harold, it comes
I
to you.
stand up.
Yes.
Yeah, I stand up. I shift. I guess I don't need to actually move. I'm going to shoot this man with an Eldritch Blast.
You gonna eat this?
All right. Go ahead and give me a roll to hit, please, for your Milky Blast.
21.
A 21 hits. Roll me damage.
9.
9 points of damage. Brilliant. Ilward, you are restrained. What will you do?
Okay, if I don't hit him this time, can you just blast me in the face with the blood meth? And I'm gonna go for him. At
All
disadvantage,
right, you
not
have
attacking the hair,
disadvantage.
gonna attack.
Kill the man, not the hair.
bearded man.
A
14?
14 will miss.
Oh god.
All right. Garrick, it is your turn. What will you do?
use an action to feed him the.
All right,
blood.
you spray your last of the blood frenzy uses. Same effect for you. You will have advantage on any attack against a creature with less than full HP.
Okay.
Anything other than your action to use the frenzy?
No, I can't do anything else.
Okay, sounds good. The Korrid will go. The Korrid looks at you, raises up his mighty club, and is gonna go to town once more. With advantage. This time with feeling. A 22, that'll hit you. Please take for me 22 bludgeoning damage.
I'm still up.
You're still up. Beautiful. All right.
Ow.
You will make one.
Be nice. Be nice.
You will make one more mighty swing. With a 28.
Oh, God.
He will deal 16 bludgeoning damage to you. All right.
Down.
You are down and bleeding out. With that, he dissipates the rope with his bonus action. And he is going to move 5, 10, 15.
And I'm gonna hit him.
Please do. That'll hit.
Oh,
For 10 more points of damage. And he will, or not he will, but the sword will deal to you 7 more points of necrotic damage. Talise, it is your turn. What will you do?
Weird movement by him, but okay. I think I just have to fight this guy down here.
Uh-huh.
Probably.
All right.
God, I wish I had some blood mist right now. As I will swing out with my first dagger.
That's a 24. That hits.
No sneak attack shenanigans.
That is 9 more points of damage.
10?
Remind me how much he took previously.
I'm not sure any, honestly.
Yeah, I have to scroll back up and find it. That was the heal you did. Oh, you did 10 before. Perfect. There it is. So that is enough to bloody this guy. All right.
All right, and then with my bonus action, I will use my offhand attack.
Absolutely. The 13 will miss, though, as he deflects the blade with his own, and then it becomes his turn, I believe.
Yep.
After he deflects it smoothly, he unleashes 2 quick attacks, slash, slash, right at you, as he has been doing. That is a 17 to hit.
As a blocky shield pops up.
Beautiful. Your blocky Minecraft shield disperses the attack, and he follows up with a second. At a 16, it is equally unable to get through. Harold, it becomes your turn. What will you do?
I do not gamble now. I move 15 feet like so, or 10 feet, however far that was, and will be using my racial ability known as Healing Hands. Yes, to heal him for 4.
All right. You unleash your Aasimar bloodline, and you heal 4 HP for Edelward. Perfect.
Yes. And then I'm chilling.
All right.
Because I need my barbarian to kill this man.
Edelward, it is your turn. What will you do?
Yeah. Gonna, like, kickflip up like Shawn Michaels and come at him. This time, I'm done with this disadvantage stuff, man. Flipping it around. And I promise you, this time his beard's going up in flames, alright?
Oh,
I'm saying.
26 hits and crits.
Nice.
Where was that?
For
Oh,
11,
man.
15, 19 points of damage. You hit him. He hurts and recoils, and you hear him shouting in his language back over his shoulder towards the tent.
Oh,
Right.
he's not dead. Oh,
Kill him, Garrick.
yeah.
What are you doing on your turn, Garrick? I'm sorry. I thought you were getting ready to tell us your turn.
Oh, sorry. No, yeah, I didn't know if you wanted me to. I was waiting for everybody else to get done. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna attack it with my scimitar that also attacks me.
All right, please do.
Hopefully this thing dies, and I am going to reckless attack. Well, no, I can't. I'm just gonna use the thing because I keep forgetting I have the blood.
22 hits.
22. Yep, 9. Let's 11.
11. That is not enough, but you do
Oh,
place
God.
Death's Door.
Okay, all right.
All right, it is his turn. He shouts into the ether, and he is going to be very upset that people are back. He is going to swing at both of the people in front of him as you have ruined his grand plan. He will make a Great Club attack from the earth on Edelward. With a 13, he misses. And he will make a Great Club attack on Garrick, critically hitting you.
No.
Please take
God.
32 points of bludgeoning damage.
Half the 16.
Okay, 6. I have 2 hit points left.
All right.
We gotta
He
go.
then slices a piece of his long mane, speaks the words, and they begin to twist into iron. Talise, it is your turn. What will you do?
This archer guy's gotta die.
Okay.
So I will swing at him.
An 18 will hit.
No sneak attack nonsense.
8 and 7 is 15. That is enough. You fell the last remaining scout.
And then I will move and bonus action dash my way this way.
All right, so you do. With that, these guys are dead. We can remove them from the order. At the end of the round, you hear the movement of the Sunlit Man. He will enter the initiative at 12. All right, Harold, it is your turn. What will you do?
I shoot the Stumpy Boy with an Eldritch Blast.
All right, please roll to hit.
Let me move first so that I can get a better angle.
Okay.
Bang! 17?
A 17 will miss.
Damn.
As
that was 15.
blocks it.
I don't know. I'll stand here.
All right. Edelward, it is your turn. What will you do?
I will. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and hit him again. This time, try and split his head in half.
Okay. Your
15's gonna
15
miss.
will miss.
Oh, no, it's at advantage.
You
Hold
do
on,
have
let me do that
advantage, yes.
again. Sorry.
Your 12 will
yeah,
also
I
miss.
suck.
All right, Garrick, it is your turn.
Yeah, and okay, I'm if I okay, I'm going to grapple him.
Oh, a contest of athletics. Absolutely.
Kill him, dude.
You rush forward to grab him before he can do any more to you. He
Okay. 22. Oh boy, oh boy.
As a
Oh boy.
19, he is successfully grappled.
Okay. Woo, 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 woo.
Very nice, very
Okay.
nice. I love it.
Okay.
With that, the Sunlit Man will go. He goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh my.
Does he see anybody? I don't believe he does. He will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Then the creature will go. Let me just double check grappled since we had some confusion on restrained earlier. We'll play this by the rules. Grappled creature's speed becomes 0 and it can't benefit from any bonus to speed. The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. The condition also ends if an effect removes the grappled creature, such as when the creature is hurled away by Thunder Wave. Okay, so it will begin to attack.
Yeah, he can still hit me with,
Yes, he is going to hit both of you with attacks as he did the turn before, raising his mighty great club. He will swing first at Adelward with a 21.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm down.
Nice.
Man.
Please take 26 points
Oh
of
my.
bludgeoning damage. Does that keep you alive?
Yeah, I'm still
Okay, good.
alive.
Good,
but
good,
down.
good. And then he will make an attack against Garrick with a 17.
Yeah, got me.
All
I'm
right,
down.
please take 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm still on the ground.
You are a half-orc, correct?
Oh, Relentless Endurance. Yeah, so he's still grappled, right?
Yes, you slump for a minute, having fell to this crushing bludgeon. Blood is pouring from your ears, and then you hulk up, and you contain the grapple.
Oh my gosh.
Talise, it is your turn. What will you do?
I will make my way back over to here, where I dropped my crossbow earlier.
Okay.
Scoop it up off the ground. Think for a second about whether it's worth sending one of my babies where I'm probably not going to be able to get him back. And then fire at the
All right.
creature here.
He is grappled. Grapple doesn't say anything about giving advantage.
No,
So
he's
go ahead and
grappled.
roll to hit for me.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
All right, please do. That is a 24. That'll hit. 14 is going to require math. Okay, so this was halfway here. Plus 5.
It sounds like man's gonna screw us.
12, 32, 42, 52, 61, 71.
Waiting for him to cast a
And
fireball at my eyes.
475. That is exact damage.
Oh,
He dies. Blah!
Yep,
Okay.
and let's see, that was 15 or 20 feet of movement. So I'm going to use my bonus action to dash, and I'm booking it.
All right, you're booking it.
Yeah.
Talise is out of here. Harold, it is your turn. What will you do?
Dolphin dive, slide this way, give Adelworth, or whatever the fuck his name is, my last healing potion.
All right, please roll me 2d4 plus 4.
I have 8,
Adelward, you will wake back up with 8 HP.
and then I hide behind this corner.
Okay.
Good luck.
Adelward,
Yeah.
you are on the ground, having just awoken. What do you do?
I see this giant guy made of sunlight, and I'm out of here. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 11, 12. I can get to like.
Okay. Garrick. It is your turn. You have 1 HP.
Yeah.
What will you do?
yeah, I gotta go. So I'm just gonna dash 60 feet up. Yeah. Well, I'm zooming. I'm out of here.
You're zooming. Everybody was zooming today. All right.
Yeah, I saw that.
The sunlit man goes. He walks forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. He looks to you, Harold.
Like, hi, buddy.
He places
We could
his
have been
hand
friends.
down on the fallen creature beside him. And he incants in a ladrin a prayer to the sun. And golden light fills the eyes and mouths of the creature as it resurrects.
Jesus. Well, okay, then. That's
The
terrifying.
creature is stunned this turn. It cannot act. Talise, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm continuing to leave, I think. There's not enough map for me to
You
continue to
disappear from
leave.
the map. You leave combat. Harold,
What,
you
I
see
have a
this
question.
thing
I
in
also
front
leave
of you. What
combat.
do you do?
I go. I'm gone. My team's abandoning me. I just saved a man's life. Oh, you better get ready to fucking take some arrows for me, this guy. Alright, I'm good.
All right, can we assume that everybody is leaving the combat?
Yeah.
for relentless endurance, do I drop to the ground and then get back up, or do I just stay up?
When you
It
would
didn't
drop
matter.
to 0, you instead go to 1 HP.
Okay. I thought I'd be like, okay.
I like to read it. I like to envision it in the fiction as like slipping into unconsciousness and then like. "Ah!" But you can play it any way you want.
Okay. I prefer my way. I get to run away from Stun Man.
Sure. All right, everybody, you leave and hide out in the bog. You look back behind you, expecting somebody to follow, but no one does.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'm gonna sit on a rock and rest my wounds away, if at all possible.
Let's take 10 minutes. Catch our breaths here, guys.
Mhm. I have a
Yeah,
question. Where are we at in our session here? Are we about to wrap up?
Yeah.
Or do you have other ideas for how to resolve this?
I don't. We damaged the camp. We killed a bunch of their people. We reminded them of the thing. It's probably not a full success because we didn't kill everybody, but you know,
We sent them a message. Yeah.
Okay.
we sent them the message, and I don't know if that counts as full credit
Yeah.
for our quest here, but I am ready to throw in the towel and be like, hey, really powerful Fae are sitting on that fort.
Alright.
But we're not in town yet, so
Mm,
I'm ready to do a wrap up here.
Okay.
yeah,
Then I won't
I don't
throw us
know,
to
we-
a break, is what I was asking. If we had more to do, this would have been a perfect time to break. But if we're wrapping up, then yes, you take 10 minutes, bind your wounds, drink from your water, and eat from your rations. You may gain HP. You may spend hit dice up to 1/2 of your hit dice total to regain HP. And you may regain any spells or class features associated with a short rest in the player's handbook. At the end
I don't
of
think we
this,
can take that guy. That's fine.
I like it.
Maybe we could threaten them, saying like, if you don't agree,
Oh,
to this,
yeah.
maybe, I mean, we've
30.
already clearly gotten rid of most of the guerrilla tactics,
37. All right, we'll chill there.
I don't know.
we-
If he's resurrecting people around the shop, he's probably
Let's just be ready
positioned to
again.
murder us.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it. Well, I am worried about it, but
All right. After the 10
We
minutes are up, you have this conversation amongst yourselves about we can take them, guys, or maybe not. But what is your plan? Are you going back, or are you heading back home?
I think we're gonna report to Thornrest if that means head back home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we will.
All
Nobody
right.
else wants to.
You have a half day's journey back to Thornrest through dangerous territory. We are now in the potential for wild encounters. So, we're beaten, bruised, run ragged. Your party it begins to make its way back through the boggy jungle. The heat sucks at the moisture of your skin. The mud sucks at your feet, trying to pull you down. You wade through as much as you walk over the dirt of the bog. There's only going to be 2 rolls, so I'm going to roll randomly here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Garrett, why don't you roll me a d6 to see if we have an encounter? You want to roll a 3 or higher. All right.
Yeah.
The first half of your journey through the bog is largely uneventful. It is difficult, and your wounds make it all the more oppressive, but you make it through no problem. The second half of your journey into evening and then into Thornrest, I want Sean, Edelward, excuse me. Edelward, please roll me a d6.
Yeah.
That is an encounter. The 2 people that have not rolled, roll me d10s.
Boom. 1.
A 1 and a 3. Excellent. Your scout was successful in your mission, so you are not surprised by this. However, you have found carnivorous quicksand.
Ooh.
Oh my. Carnivorous quicksand, and it is lying in ambush. So, you are all marching through the jungle and the bog, trying your best to make it through, when the sand itself is trying to eat at you. I want every one of you to tell me how it is that you overcome this. Koron, you spot it. Or Talise, you spot it. You're like, oh my god, it just ate that lizard. Like, damn. And you see a lizard get dragged underneath the sand, and then in big burps and bolts, like blood and bones spew forth. You look around you, and in every direction that you see immediately, you see quicksand in your way. What is it that you all do to overcome this?
I mean, gotta just run back the way we came and then take a long loop around it, presumably, right? Unless it's...
No, we're surrounded. Look, it moved. We have to think about the situation rather than backpedal and try to avoid it.
Do we have any hempen rope we could tie around?
Does anyone have hempen rope?
I thought I did, but I don't know why it's not on my list any longer. Because I have pittons. Maybe I can try and mark put pittons in the ground. So like I have a hammer and pittons, I could probably pitten the ground. I mean, is it soft ground or is it just going to be like just a bunch of quicksand?
It is carnivorous quicksand.
Okay.
You would need to get past it somehow.
How close together are the surrounding trees? Are there trees? We're in the woods.
Yeah,
right?
you're in a bog. There's bog trees. Sure.
Could climb trees, but they're probably just going to surround us like wolves and circle us till we fall out, so maybe not.
I think Talise is just going to try to dash between them. Like, try to get between where they are. And
you're trying to dash between them and not get caught in it. Make me an acrobatics dexterity check, DC 14. That is a 23. Talise, you're quick as a wick, and you dash in between the quicksand. You see it shifting and moving, trying to catch you, but Talise is too quick, and he makes it past them some several hundred feet on the other side, panting safely.
I'm going to take one of the ration packets out from Garrick's backpack and try and throw it to the side to see if it tracks the carnivorous quicksand towards that like smell of like dried meat, and then try and run past it.
I like it. What role do you think, or what skill do you think is applicable here? I'm thinking that might be survival in some way. What do you think?
Survival makes sense to me.
Okay.
For sure.
Let's go with survival and either dexterity or wisdom, whichever you think is higher.
Okay, I'll go with wisdom then. And fail miserably.
Oh, you throw the rations, and sure enough, they go for it and eat it. What you didn't expect was that some of the carnivorous quicksand is near you. You get like sucked down into one of the pieces of quicksand. Please take for me 3 points of damage, and you are restrained by the quicksand. What do you do, party, as you see Edelward get sucked down into some of this quicksand?
I have a whistle that was given to me by a gnome. I don't know what it does. I'm going to blow on it.
You got a whistle from a gnome.
What?
Can you remind me when you got it? Or like where it's from?
Was it was it in Rustport, or was it in the library? Like the whenever I was paper.
All right.
I want to
remember what
I
we
don't
talked about
remember
before
the whistle.
game.
yeah,
We're doing
you
it
don't
now.
forget it.
We're
It's not
doing it
my
now,
boot.
Garrett.
It's not important. I'm gonna.
Whistling a fireball.
Your
chest.
Yeah, I don't know what it does. Maybe it's a magical whistle. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's not doing shit. All right, I'm gonna try and help Edelwald get out of the carnivorous.
Oh,
All right.
no.
And I'm gonna,
How do you help?
Could I
him
make-
behind.
Can I at all make use of my water walking boots in this surface that's been generated by the quicksand as a tool, like a fluid?
Oh,
such
you do
that I can-
have some water walking boots. Yeah. Maybe if they can get you back up out of the quicksand, you can use those to walk across.
I'm gonna take my pike out, and I'm gonna try and hold my pike toward him. You know, well, I can't have it. I can only have my one hand on the pike, so I'm
Give
trying
me
to,
a strength athletics check to hold this pike and pull Edelward out of the sucking quicksand.
Yeah, I'm gonna rage. It's like give us an advantage. Oh man.
It is a 16. You manage. Edelward gets drug out and back onto the safe surface next to you.
Oh boy. Yeah. And I'm like,
Okay.
come on, Animal, we gotta get out of here.
I would like to try to tumble and be a bit of a performer right now. I bust out since, we got a whistler, why don't we just play a bunch of fucking silly music too? I bust out the viol and and just make it a clown fiesta, joining in the chicanery and shenanigans.
So you're going to attempt to charm this quicksand away? Is that what I'm like with the might of your combined performance?
Yeah, sure. Fuck
Okay,
it.
I'm gonna make this a harder check, but give me a performance roll. I think this is charisma. At DC 18.
No. When it tries to eat me, I'm just going to teleport away with Misty Step over and over until I'm gone. Get me out of this hellhole.
You want to teleport to the other side with Misty Step?
Yeah.
How many Misty Steps do you have?
I have 2.
Misty Step goes 60 feet. I'm going to let you make
30.
me an Arcana check. Oh, it's 30 feet. It's even worse than I thought. Make me
Yeah.
an Arcana check to maximize your Misty Step into safe places and get away from the quicksand before they can catch back up to you.
Can I use my spellcasting modifier instead of raw intelligence?
Yes, I like that.
Okay. I'm going to just roll a 1d20 plus 5 then. Okay.
Excellent. You use your magics, flash to a point where the sand isn't. You see it rumbling and rushing towards you. You go as far as you can before you blink again to another safe distance, and you just barely lunge to the side of where Talise grabs you and pulls you away from the last quicksand. You are
I'm
safe on
done.
the other side.
I just sprint over the bog water like faster than the
Are you
Very
using
much
your
can.
boots, or are you using just
Yeah.
speed?
So I would be right, but I'd be running like sprinting full pelt, like I'm running across like concrete, basically.
Your magic
Just trying
boots
to get
get you
around it.
across the quicksand.
Okay, goody. Right, that works for me.
Excellent. Garrick, you have to deal with this carnivorous quicksand. What will you do?
Well, the whistle's out of the question. I am going to. Jeez, I'm gonna just try and juke out of the way of the quicksand. Whenever it tries to grab me or try to get close to me, I'm gonna try and use my barbaric nimbleness to get out of the way. My danger sense.
All right, you're going to try to run through it. Give me an acrobatics dexterity check to make it through.
Oh my. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, that's the note.
Oh, Garrick, you get sucked down, unable to nimbly get by the same way that Talise had done before you. Please take for me 6 points of piercing damage.
I have the pike in my hand, so if anyone wants to grab.
Garrick is now stuck in the middle of the quicksand as he is being slowly consumed. How do you try to get him out? Do you try to get him out?
Can I reach the pike? Well, because I can walk across the quicksand, right?
You can water walk across the quicksand and grab the pike? Yes.
Go
ahead. Give me an athletic strength check to pull Garrick out.
Yeah.
Oh, no problem. Edelward walks calmly across the quicksand on the top of his boots, yanks Garrick out. Garrick, you have a quick moment before the sand tries to pull you back in. What do you do?
I'm hanging on to the pike. I guess he's pulling me out.
Would it be possible for me to fireman's lift him and just walk across the quicksand?
Sure. I want an athletic strength check at disadvantage, or at advantage. For your boots.
Oh, good lord.
You try, but you do not have enough strength left into you after the end. Garrick, you go tumbling back into the sand. Please take for me 4 more points of piercing damage as you are stuck in once more.
Since this thing is hitting me, am I getting my hat resistant to rage stuff or while I'm raging? Or
you said you were raging, and you have taken damage every turn since, so you are still raging if you would like to be.
Yeah, good. So I should have 4, 6 hit points, I think. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Okay. How far am I from the end of the quicksand?
We'll say halfway, so 100 feet.
I only got a pike. I thought I had rope. I don't know why it's not on my list. I got a pole, a 10-foot pole. Is that longer than a pike?
10 feet is probably longer than a pike, yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'll use the pole to try and just hold out to the edge of the quick. I don't know how long the quicksand is. Just see if anyone can just pull me out. That's all I can do.
Adelward, are you grabbing his pole?
I don't think I can stand there. Oh boy!
You can't get enough, can you, Greg? Yeah. I'll give it a good tug. Yeah.
That would have been so innocuous.
You're so good at grabbing poles.
You drag him out of the quicksand. After combined successes, Garrick, you and Adelward make your way out of the quicksand, only a little more cut up for the wear. The rest of your adventure goes by uneventfully, and you make your way back to Thornrest as evening falls, tired, wounded, and more than a little defeated.
I also lost my shield in the quicksand. There was no way I was going to get that pull out, so it's gone. Yeah.
You had it to the ocean, and then once you got to the jungle, it was all over.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So
you can't put the superstar down.
You have returned to town. Is there anything that you want to do on screen in town here, or are you ready to wrap her up here? You've essentially reached a safe location. We can assume your journey back to civilization is safe.
Yeah, we'll just hang our heads in shame. And, he presumably spat upon by Colonel.
We had half a success. Okay, we discovered that there's a guy who can resurrect the dead in their camp. If they're not a little bit like, okay, they started a war on us, and 4 guys could not defeat an encampment. That's not a defeat. I don't feel like that is a full-blown defeat.
All right.
Yeah.
So I reject Adelward's defeatism. I'm like Churchill during World War II. Like, no, we still got our coast, right?
All right.
Oh.
So, yes.
I was gonna just one thing. I'm gonna try and find a holy man, a cleric of some sort, to help remove this stupid scimitar from my hand.
Ah, beautiful. How much reputation do you have with the Conclave of the Faithful?
Oh, those guys. I just have it right. None.
Unfortunately, you are unable to requisition their curse removal.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right.
I'm just gonna poke my head. It's like, oh, all right. Well, thanks anyway. Just walk away.
So, I am going to end the stream here then. I would like for all of you to have an opportunity to give yourself shout outs, tell people where they can find you on the internet, or anywhere else that you might be. And I'm going to add up some experience that you have earned as long with what little gold that you found. And I will get back to you with your rewards for our session today. But in the meantime, the floor is yours.
Oh, shoutouts. I'm John DM. I do stuff on Twitch sometimes with Greg Hansen on Wednesdays at Apollo_Nix. And then I do my own stuff on Mondays and Saturdays. We're trying to wrap up our first campaign called the God War, where there are not enough gods to fight. There's just not. It's a very slow burn drama if you're interested in that. We're at like 90 episodes now.
Very good.
Just to be clear, for 90 episodes for 3 different teams.
True.
It's a lot of content. Oh god. I love it. Yeah, you can find me there for, I guess, a few more weeks before we wrap that up on Saturdays.
Well, I guess you'll find me here hanging out on the Discord on Greg's server, playing a little D&D, and do that on a few other servers, and that's about it.
You can't find me.
I've already doxed you. No, I'm kidding. I'm on my way.
Now, in a sense, none of us died, and that's a minor victory.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like very much of a victory to me.
I guess it's like a Pyrrhic victory, right?
You know, the Pyrrhic victory still has the word victory in it.
Did we find any items?
Nope.
Nope.
No,
You avoided
we
an
used
encounter,
them, yeah.
you used up the frenzy, and you didn't loot the other people, and you didn't do the side quest. Okay.
we found coral stones with 40 gold. That's been about it.
Yeah. So, with that, I'm ready to hand out some rewards for you all. I would like to have each of you take home 1,225 experience points each. 1,225. You will also have 11 gold pieces each.
Nice.
I want each of you to take -5 reputation with the Cold Iron Company, -5 reputation with Thornrest, and -5 reputation with the Old Fae.
Okay.
And
good.
that is going to wrap up our session here. Thank you all for playing with me. I know that it didn't end in success, but I am hoping that you had a very fun time playing. I enjoyed the session. Twitch chat, thank you for hanging around. I wanted to close the stream out by shouting out my patrons. They are doing some really cool things, making new content for the game, including quests that are now available and some cool characters and items. If you would like to support the stream and get your own ideas and inspirations in the game to be played with or seen, I would ask that you check that out at patreon.com/Greg Hansen. Otherwise, thank you so much for your support. I like you being here, and I will see you all next time. Peace, everybody.